everybody. Welcome to CharmedPersons. Thank you so much for joining us. Special Friday stream because we will not be streaming this Sunday. So if you want to watch us on Sunday, you're going to need to do so on YouTube.
Or tonight.
Tonight. Just watch us tonight because you're hearing me say this right now. No session this coming Sunday, but this coming Monday at 7:30 p.m. Central, we have the next episode of Talk With Me. Title?
Talk Like Me.
Talk Like Me.
What?
Talk With Me. Title, Talk Like Me. Very excited for the next installment of the biggest show on the CharmedPersons network.
Smash it.
Literally.
And then there's going to be nothing else until July...
No, Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. My own...
The next day.
Yeah.
You're running it.
Yes, yeah. Tuesday, July 2nd is the premiere of Season 7 of The Remains. We've got Schmange. We've got Emily. We've got Jamo. We've got Soph. So come... I just said Emily normally. So just come and join us for that.
That's why
it's going to be in the
privilege is
Walking
right there.
Dead universe. Disclaimer, not in the current timeline of The Walking Dead, but it is using the rules of that world. So come watch that. And then on the 7th will be session 20, guys. Session
Whoa.
20 of Campaign 3, which is crazy. And actually that might even change depending on and you want to know how you can keep up with all of this? You got to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. It's all free.
I am
Twitch,
so on the socials, you guys.
you can even
wouldn't
subscribe
believe
to
it.
us. Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't even believe. I
You
don't.
should do it. You should just
I
do it
don't
all. So that's it for the announcements. Let's get into a recap of last week's episode. Last week, our party found themselves in Pineville, having recently defended the small town from Cinder, the Herald of Moldrak, a devilish, fiendish being who worked for, as I said, Moldrak, who is apparently some ancient winged devil who has been released, maybe, but the party was able to defeat him. Oliver reunited with his father. Many beautiful moments happened with that. Our party got closer, some more than others, and were able to enjoy a night in the town when when one of our party members heard a humming coming from the nearby endless pines, where the party came face to face with an older green tiefling man, allegedly a man by the name of Damien. And he disappeared before their eyes, and the party, knowing that they wouldn't really be able to find him at night in the endless pines, went back to the town, and then the next day they made their way to Savonia. It took them 10 days of travel, whereby some messages were sent, some moments were had, but eventually they did make it to the capital city of the Sabian dynasty. Some, this is their first time being here, some are returning home. It is a grand, beautiful city where the disparity of wealth is not as extreme as in other cities. There is still a lower class, but it is a well-maintained, beautiful city. The party came in and got some rooms, thanks to Danny's connections, at the Golden Lion Inn, where they were pampered. Emory had a bit too much to drink. He's been struggling with some stuff lately. Kind of broke his arm, but was able to get that healed by Aeliana, and that's still something that Emory's kind of dealing with a little bit. But after that, the party eventually found themselves to sleep. Oliver went off on a little journey to get some tickets for a show. The next day, our party went to meet the king. In doing so, they met Aramaeus Drake, the hand of the king, who seemingly was straightforward, but after kind of alluding to information that that party hadn't outright said, there's some there's some discrepancies. There's some distrust about Arameus Drake. But the king came in. No such feelings about the king. It does feel, from what the party thinks, that the king is on their side and a good justifying man. He's a good dude.
He's just a dude.
Yeah,
He's a
you got
good
it.
dude.
He's just a
Don't
good
quote
dude.
that.
They through their conversation, they were able to keep all of the documents and evidence that they had found, but the 3 magical orbs they did have to give up and leave with the king. The king told them to meet with him in 5 days' time to discuss what else they have learned, encouraging them to seek more information and try to learn more. So they left the palace, and then they went to the Hall of Guilds, where they went to the magic shop owned by Kestria, a former familiar turned owl Aarakocra that owned a magic shop, where they found out that the best magic shop in the capital city of the country is expensive. But got their eyes on a few things, and then went to the best blacksmith, basically, in all of the Sabian dynasty, over at the... Oliver might disagree. But met a hardworking woman who loved a fruity drink, and Oliver was able to sell her some armor and also maybe procure potential work for her later. After that, the party left the blacksmith. Were talking with each other when Oliver revealed the plans for the evening. Danny, Emory, and Rowina all had tickets to the Golden Lion Inn Hot Springs show, and Oliver was taking Aeliana to the SEMA Theater for the Savonian Institute of the Mystical Arts Ballet Troupe's production of The Paramount. That is where we left off, and that is where we will pick up. You are in the massive guild hall, people moving past you, some people even kind of like giving you a dirty look of like, hey, don't stand in the middle of the fucking hall, and continuing on. But you have just learned this information, and the time is yours.
What time is it? It's still pretty early, isn't it, Zach?
It's like noonish, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Good. And what time are the shows starting?
I would say the SEMA show, doors open at 7. The Hot Springs show happens at 9.
7, but how far away is that? Like, how much travel time do we have to have?
I mean...
So if we have to be there by 7, we
We
have
have
to
to
be ready by
rewind.
6.
'Cause you're
so
still-
we
Yeah,
have
be
to-
ready
The
by
doors will
6
open at
to leave.
6:30,
Doors open
so
at
you
7.
need to
Doors
start
open at
getting...
7.
Doors
We have
open at
reserved
7.
seats.
Yeah.
We have reserved seats.
You do
How
have
much
reserved
time
seats.
do I need to get ready, though, is what I'm
Right.
thinking. So I'm
That's what I was
asking,
thinking
how
as well.
long does it take to get
Because
there?
you're currently in
Oh, but we need to find another place to stay. We're not staying there another night after the
I mean,
show.
Right.
We could
Right.
also stay there one more night. Or not.
Do we? I mean,
Let's pull from the party fund.
So you are currently in the Hall
How
of
much is
Guilds. And wait, no, that's the Golden Lion Inn. Sorry, so that's the Golden Lion Inn.
can we
That's
get the
where you-
same deal for one more night? I'm assuming yes.
Well, you'll have to ask, but yeah, you could assume so.
How much was it again?
4
The
gold per
per
person for
person.
the first night.
the Hall of Guilds is up here, so you'll have to return to the Golden Lion Inn. So that's going across the entire noble district. That'll take you about probably 45 minutes. And then to get from the Golden Lion Inn all the way over here to SEMA Theater, that's probably like an hour walk.
Oh, 2 hours.
So yeah, give yourself 2 hours of travel, and then however long it takes you to get ready. I can't believe I'm talking that way.
This is how my mind works. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no, I know, me
from
too,
the
but I
time-
just
Same.
never expected to say that sentence in D&D.
Okay, sure. But you also never thought you'd go to a bank, so that's what.
Yeah,
you
for
were
sure,
planning.
100%.
So yeah.
We're playing with Kelsey.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think we may as well do one more night, right?
I'm flush with cash right now, so yeah. Another night.
Yes.
Well, in between then, library I think was talked about.
I got
Yes.
some errands. I gotta get ready.
Perhaps we
can
run
pop by
some-
the library and get a sense of things.
Yes.
I'll need to reorient myself with where everything is. Yeah, I'd pop there first. Is it on the way back?
No.
No,
Damn it.
No.
it's
Pretty
across the
much-
way.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
I can just go there if you all have stuff that you want to check out. Just give me a list and I'll grab whatever.
I'll come. I need the walk.
Well,
Yes, no,
you
I'll
would
come as
know
well.
at the Savonian Library there is no. I mean, maybe there are some books that you can check out, but like most books at the
Just to
Sabian,
know where things are.
most books at the
Like-
Sabian Library are like a read and take notes while you're there kind of a thing. It's not like it's like Library of
Yeah,
Congress
check it out.
almost in that way.
I'll pop by, and then just swing in, swing out.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll still go.
so you
Actually,
all.
Oliver, you're not going today.
No, I'm not going to the library.
I will say, last session you can do whatever you want. Last session you all said you were going to the library tomorrow together as a group, like making it a day.
Yes, but
Yeah, we will do that as
given
well.
recent updates, Danny was like, "No, I'm just gonna go to the library first."
Oh, is
Get a
it
feel of it.
by himself?
No, it doesn't have to be by
Aeliana.
myself.
I don't have to go. That's
No. It does not have to be. No, it does not have to be by myself.
Are we still going with the whole no one's alone thing, or is that not?
Well,
in the case?
Oliver, where do you need to go? Because I would like to pick up a letter.
Yeah, you could tag along.
All right,
Yeah, we
so
can tag along. I would
yeah,
actually,
and
that
I'll
would
hand-
actually be good. Yeah, you can. I would like it if you can.
okay, I'll hand Aeliana one of the ascending stones,
Sweet.
Smart.
Cool.
just to be safe.
Emory, which group do you go with?
Probably the library sounds super boring. So probably the errands crew.
Okay, yeah.
And I guess I will try to go to the bank to see if there's a letter, but I don't know if I said. I know that.
Well, you both know you're going there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know if I just check the mailbox.
Check.
Yeah, just check.
I also need to go to the bank, actually.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
Oh, perfect.
All right, so Aaron's group heads south towards the Golden Lion Inn to find a bank, and Emory, Danny, and Aeliana head west to cross the northern bridge in the Noble District to get to the Sabian Library. Let's go with. Let's go with the Aaron group. So you guys are heading south. There are multiple banks in Savonia, and so it does not take you long to find one in the Noble District, about halfway to the Golden Lion Inn. So it takes you about 20-ish minutes to get there, and you walk into the bank. It is much larger than the other ones that you've seen. It seems like there's a lot more workers. Up at the top, there is an aviary with hawks flying in and out regularly. And there is a older woman at the desk with curly hair kind of like poofed up. And she turns and she's helping people in front of you. But then you get to the front desk and she says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
We were hoping to pick up some letters. Can we do that here?
Of course. Names?
Rowina Bishop.
Rowina Bishop. Anyone else?
Emory Farrow.
Emory Farrow. You, sir?
I'm just looking to send some money somewhere.
All right, I can take care of you when I return. I will be right back. And she kind of walks away.
I don't know if I'll have anything, but
Worth a shot?
I don't know if I will either.
If not, if you ever want to, the offer still stands if you want to send us a message. I know I would be in the middle of it, but I'm just a messenger.
yeah. Thanks.
Well, you're going to see her soon, aren't you?
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Are you actually excited?
Um, I don't know.
Why?
It's
What's
fair.
up? Why wouldn't you be excited? I'm excited.
I'm excited. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a long time.
Are you nervous? Is it a nervous thing or is it a dread thing?
No,
It's just an anticipation.
I don't really know. I'm just excited. I'm excited. Yeah.
It's fair.
Are you excited for your date tonight?
Yeah. I'm very nervous,
Yeah.
but I'm excited.
Emory, Farrow, and Rowina Bishop.
Oh wow!
She comes
Oh,
back
look at that.
and
thank
gives you
you.
the address.
Thank you.
All right, and you would like to send a letter?
Some money.
Some money?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. To the O'Connell family in Ronhar.
O'Connell family. All right. Is there a specific name?
No, that would not. No name. Just an anonymous.
No, a name for the O'Connells.
Oh, Mary O'Connell.
Mary O'Connell. Perfect, thank you. And then send anonymously?
Yes.
Okay. How much?
25 gold.
25 gold. Right, so I will need 26 gold total for you for the fee. And anything else?
Not for me, no.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And you all are welcome to leave. Emory, do you open up your letter?
No.
Okay.
I'll put it in my pocket.
Rowina, do you?
Not right this second, no.
Okay. All
You guys are nuts. If I got a letter, I would open it right away.
right.
Not everybody's like you, Oliver.
Yeah. Jeez.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. Yep.
And I'll go first ahead of the group.
Okay.
And
What else did you want to do, Oliver?
Well, I think I need a new outfit. I don't know how I should be dressing for a ballet. I've never been.
Oh. All right, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right. Emory, do you...
Emory, we're going shopping.
Hold on, my dog and cat are about to just get into it. I gotta get my dog.
You're good. Emory, do you continue shopping for the outfit, or do you go off somewhere else?
The king, just so I remember, the king offered tailors,
Yes.
and Danny has me a design.
Yes.
Oliver
So-
just needs clothes for his date tonight.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Boring.
Okay.
So I would go probably
Pretty
back
excited.
to the Golden Lion.
Okay.
No offense.
So you head back to the
Boring.
Golden Lion. All right.
I'm not
As the
fashion.
two of you head off to find Oliver an outfit, we cut over to Aeliana and Danny, who have made their way across town and are climbing up the large steps. And as you do, it comes rushing back to you what it was like to be in here. And you enter the large double doors and step inside to the massive interior of the Savian Library. A beautiful multi-tiered building, Gothic architecture, cool blue lighting throughout most of the library to kind of make it easy on the eyes, but there are sections and pods of lanterns of more warm or white light. And you see that there are multiple people there, all of all kinds. You know what the workers of the library are. They are called archivists, and they all wear kind of like flowing blue robes. So I would say the two of you, having been students at the college, know pretty much where everything is. What are you looking for first? Are you looking for someone to help you? Are you looking for a section? What are you looking for?
Something I don't. I should have asked you about this, Zach. Would this library have stuff how, like, in real world libraries, have like keepings of newspapers or like local news sources? Is that something that would be able to be accessed here?
Yeah, sure. I didn't think about that, but yeah, of course, I think that would make sense.
I would want to look at, if possible, purchase some recent like just news sources around Darioc, specifically looking for mentions of any unexplained killings in the style of what's their face that got out of prison.
Okay, yeah.
Art.
Dick Snatcher. I don't really know I forgot what their name was.
Yeah.
He called himself the Black Hat. His name was Henry.
The Black Hat.
His name was
That's
Henry Whitcomb.
right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Snatcher.
Dick Snatcher. Yeah, I think that's like the first thing that I'm going to look up.
Okay, and what's your like first thing that you would do, Aeliana?
I didn't come for anything in particular. I just wanted to be here.
Okay.
So she'll step in and just as Jenny kind of like heads off to wherever he's going, she'll just stand, and like slowly walk this hall, just like kind of taking in the smells and the sights and everything. She's just here for the feeling of being back.
You're not going to grab anything?
Just miss the smell. That's weird.
It's not weird.
Tomorrow's the work time. This is just remembering.
Fair enough. Campus is the same, but weird.
Yeah.
I
Did you
took a
go
little-
back?
For a second. Yesterday, yeah.
All right, she'll trail after him now. But where did you go? What did you see? Is it different?
No, it's the exact same. That's what's weird.
Oh.
Yeah, I just stopped by my old theater, and saw they're doing the Paramount again. That's fun.
Did you do it?
Yep, I've done that show twice.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it was great. I was in the core the first time that I did it, and then when I was a little bit older, second time, I had a featured solo in the second act.
Really? I'm not surprised.
Mm.
That's amazing.
It's a good show. I like it.
I never went. I'm sorry. I might have. I don't know if we overlapped at all, but if you were in it and I missed it, I regret it terribly.
Yeah. Well, now you get to see it tonight with a whole new cast. That's really cool.
Good. I don't know. I've never seen the show. So.
Okay, I'm looking for those newspapers.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You find this section. I will say, if you're looking for copies of that from another city, you're not going to find stuff that's like super recent.
Yeah.
I would say that you're able to find stuff from that's like a little bit older than a month. So like shortly after you left, kind of, for like a couple weeks after you left, you could get newspapers from that time. And
I also probably would want to pull not just from there, but like probably Pineville's fine, but I mean also like any local stuff. So like any Savonian stuff. Trying to think of maybe Harveston, because that's fairly nearby.
Okay.
There as well.
You definitely see in Darioc after you left reportings of killings in the style of a Black Cat, until eventually he's just called the Black Cat in the paper and is just flat out talked about in a few papers, and it's like Black Cat continues to terrorize Darioc, and stuff like that. And then towards the end of the time that you have the papers, it speaks about how the killings have slowed and they're not sure if he's gone or what. You look in Harveston. Nothing really piques your interest or notice in there. In Savonia recently, as far as like weird killings and stuff like that, you don't really see anything in the style of the Black Hat or anything
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
I'll take notes, but good to know.
Yeah.
And then I guess if I could, well, oh shit. Do they have anything on like general, like old, like nothing super complex, but like any devil histories, stuff like that?
So you, outside of like that newspaper area, you know that if you want to find books on specific topics, that you need to go to. There's podiums at the end of every like 5 to 6 aisles that have these large, just blank gray slabs. And on these slabs, there is a kind of an inkwell with a quill, except it's not ink, it's water. You pull out the pen, and it's just kind of almost like a paintbrush of water. And instinctively, knowing what to do, you go over, you pick that up. On the gray stone slab at the top, you write down Moldrak, you write down, fiends, demons, and as the water kind of drips down, it shows you lists of titles where those topics can be found.
I will write down that list.
Yes, so I'll tell you that list. Books that can be found about these things, the ones that would probably stick out to you, are The Nine Hells and the Paramount's Children by Ingrid Stratus.
I was worried about that.
Journal of Fiendish Beings by various authors. Pacts and Devilish Deals by Ned Plum. And A Journey to the Hells by Sir Duncan Forrest.
Cool. Well, all right. I'll have those titles, and then I guess we can just come back and actually like do deep dives when we're here as a group tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So the two of you head out.
I'm debating whether I would ask something, and I know, like, I'm like, would Aeliana think of it, or what am I thinking of it as me? How?
What are you
okay,
hesitating
can
about?
Can I ask, like, out of character? How would Aeliana know that there's something weird with Danny and Oliver specifically? Is there knowledge of this or not? If not, that's fine. I just need to know.
I can make you roll. I can make you both roll for it.
Should I roll for it?
Danny could roll.
What, like a perception versus deception?
Yeah, if Danny's trying to hide it, I would say.
Yeah, I would be.
He could roll a deception,
Ooh, that's not
and then
good.
Aeliana, you could roll a insight.
14.
I mean, I only get to deception. I'm rolling deception, yes, Nick?
Yeah, I would say deception
Okay.
for sure. Yeah.
I only get a +1 to it, so I can't imagine it's gonna be good.
To 17.
Yeah, I got a 4.
Oh, okay.
So I
she
would
knows.
say yes. Yeah, definitely.
So nothing is said.
Okay.
I said nothing. I asked nothing. She is internally panicking about, am I supposed to wear something different?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to look different? Am I supposed to do anything different? But she's just inner panicking about that.
I will say that Danny, roll an insight check.
Now that I'm better at. Ooh, not this time though. That's a nat 1.
That one. Okay.
Oh!
Do you think that Aeliana's just happy to be here?
Yeah. Total of 9, but
Yeah. All right. So the two of you head out to head back to the Golden Lion, I presume.
Yeah. Because if I have to also panic about if I need to get ready, I'm gonna be there very early.
Yeah, for sure. And Rowina and Oliver, the two of you head off to the nearest clothing store. And you walk in to a shop. Yeah, what's the name? Nathan's Tailoring, famously owned by Nicholas Nathan. And you walk in, and you see a tall, lanky, elven man kind of turn towards you. He has a long, perfectly tailored purple suit with silver trimmings on the side, embroidered. A nice, kind of like silverish gray shirt with like a poofy ascot. And he turns and he looks at you and he says, hello, welcome to Nathan's Tailoring. How may I help you?
Hi. I am going to the SEMA Theater, and I am completely lost as to what to wear.
Oh, not to worry. I can help you. You have come to the right place.
Perfect.
What is your budget?
I mean, how much do clothes cost? I really don't know.
Well, the lower of our items, but still good enough to be at the SEMA Theater, that would probably cost you between 5 to 10 gold per suit. And then, of course, our higher end items, you're looking at around 20 gold.
Can I make an insight check to see if we're getting swindled?
Sure, roll an insight check.
That's why I brought you.
24.
24? At a place like this, no. However, I
Rowina's
will
like
say,
the dad that you take to help like buy your first car.
yeah, however, what I will say with the 24, you know that the lower end stuff at a place like this will look great and will be just fine. And like,
Alright,
he
so
might try to swindle you into the higher stuff, but like it's just not needed.
I'll lean over and just say, whoever's on the lower end will be fine.
I'll go with the higher end.
Wonderful.
I don't think that you should do that. I think that Aeliana's going to feel really weird and intimidated if you show up
Okay, then I will go with the
in
lower
a
end.
full tuxedo.
Okay, so there you go. That's why you have
Okay.
Rowina. That's why you have Rowina.
Thank you, Rowina.
Okay, so she helps you out, and for the sake of brevity, Eric, what does Oliver find for himself?
Rowina, what do you find for Oliver?
Okay, I think that it is like, it's the vibe of like a suit without the jacket, like just the vest, but it's like looser and more of like a linen kind of boho vibe.
Yeah.
But it still has kind of like the essence of a suit, kind of a tunic type deal, and some like nicer shoes.
Okay.
And maybe a nice hat.
Okay.
Yep.
A hat.
Maybe if you,
My hair
we
is
would try
kinda
on
like
some
my
hats.
best- Okay. All right.
All right. Yeah. So you get a
I
nice
would not
outfit.
have gone with the hat. Oh, I think that was a mistake.
You
Maybe not the hat. We would try on some hats. It doesn't work.
I'm not
It
there.
doesn't
If
work
you're
out.
buying a hat, buy the hat.
all right. So you you get the suit as described by Rowina. I would say that would cost you 5 gold.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
But you get it. He's able to very quickly, with the use of a mending spell or a version of a mending spell, tailor it right to your form. And you walk out with a box of the suit neatly folded.
Are there while Oliver's like trying stuff on? Are there any is there any women's stuff at all?
Oh yeah.
Are there any like nice scarves or anything
Oh yeah, for
that
sure.
I think Aeliana might like?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna like buy a nice, like kind of almost like watercolory type vibe, colorful scarf.
Okay, I would say you can
and
find
when we
one
get
for 2 gold.
for 2 gold, okay,
Yeah.
I'll get that.
A nice early.
And then when we get outside, I'll hand it to Oliver and say, "Give it to her.
oh.
Make the impression you wanted to with that tie-in suit."
I don't even. Thank you, Rowena. Thank you.
No, it's not a big deal at all.
No, it is. Thank you.
All right.
You're gonna do great.
Okay. Thank you. Yep.
All right. So the two of you head back to the Golden Lion.
There's 2 more things, but I think it would be cuter if I say them later.
Okay, I will say. I'm sure I trust you and can say that
Yeah,
you
they're small.
easily was able to do it. Is there anything that anyone particular wants to do with their day before you get to the evening? Yes.
Yes,
Aeliana.
now. Yes.
Yes.
Do I have any friends that I know are still here? And I know the answer is probably no, because I wasn't very social. But is there anywhere I can get a dress for no money?
A dress for no money. Yeah, I mean, roll a.
It's a long shot, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't
Okay, how
work.
about this? I'm gonna set the parameters here. So we're gonna roll
Okay.
a D100.
You
You have a 10% chance of finding someone who really liked you, and you know who's still here, and you get whatever dress you want.
Incredible.
You have a 20% chance of finding someone who's going to give you a dress no matter what. You're good, but it's not the best
Whatever.
dress.
Yeah.
It's kind of whatever it is. You have a 30% chance of finding whatever dress you want, but the person was kind of a bitch.
Rip.
And then
Okay.
have a 40% chance of a bitch with a bad dress.
Oh no. Alright.
Shit.
To the bad
We're
dress.
aiming for 30 or
Grateful
less.
title.
30 or less.
Come on, come
Could you
on.
imagine? Okay.
Bitch with a bad dress.
Oh, it's a 74.
The new album by Aeliana.
Yeah.
74.
74.
So you don't find anybody.
Okay,
unfortunately.
well,
It's
because I
better
was
than
like,
a bitch with a bad
You know what?
dress.
Can I say, as we were walking back from the library to the
Oof.
Golden Lion, I would ask, so, what are you going to wear tonight?
Well, I'm thinking through my entire list of people that I knew in school who might still be here, and there's no one because I only had like 2 people that I knew. So I'm kind of freaking out about it. Thanks for asking.
Kind of by the theater? Because I would say this is like as we're leaving the library. The library's pretty close to the theater.
Yeah.
Okay. I ran into last night one of my old classmates who's helping direct, or I think is directing the show. Probably get you access to their costume department. Find something there.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't think it's like she's not wearing anything fancy. It's like a traveling. Like I just don't. I mean, I could do my hair a little nicer, but I don't think that's enough.
Okay, first of all, he's gonna love whatever you're wearing, so I wouldn't sweat that much about that. And second, it doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, looking nice is great, but you're gonna have a good time. That's what you should focus on, all right?
She hugs him.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I just thank you. That's really good. I appreciate it. Anything, just really simple, cheap, doesn't fit. I'll figure it out.
You're wearing something that fits.
Okay.
I will go on the way to the.
All right, yeah, you go to the theater. You don't enter through the main door. You go to the stage door, and you go to the stage door, and you just kind of like stand and wait. And Aeliana's like, "What are you doing?" And then you're just like,
No, I
kind
trust
of,
it. I trust it 100%.
Yeah.
I'm like, I trust the
You
process.
just, like,
I
wait.
can go to shows. This
Eva,
is the thing.
Eva
And then-
Cantor.
and
Eva
then
Cantor. That's what I'm looking for.
someone inevitably walks out lighting a cigarette.
Hey,
And you-
hey, is there Eva Cantor? Is Eva around?
just go inside.
Awesome. Cool. Come on, come on, come on.
Come on,
The
yeah.
lights will never look the same. And you just, someone's like
Ew.
complaining.
Don't listen to them.
And you walk inside and you wind your way through the backstage of the theater. You see people, mainly techs, running around, kind of making sure everything is working well. And then you hear her voice as she comes down the hallway, as you hear Eva Cantor say, well, she's gonna be fine. She just needs to learn. I know it's last minute, but the show must go on. And she comes back out, and she said,
Don't do this.
"Oh, Danny, hey, hi.
Hi.
How are you?"
I'm okay. I am so sorry. I could use just a really. This is my friend Aeliana.
Hi, I'm Eva. Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you.
She is going to see the show
You're
tonight.
so pretty. Sorry, what?
Thanks.
she's seeing the show tonight.
Really?
Oh,
that's great. Awesome. Have you seen it before?
Never any shows ever.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, girl. Okay, you're gonna enjoy. You're gonna have a good time. What can I do for you? What's up? Yeah, we have plenty of time. We're just putting on an understudy, but she'll be fine.
Isn't that the way? She does not have an outfit to wear, and I mean, if it's not too much trouble,
Okay,
I'm thinking
she
just a quick.
starts to walk.
Oh, yeah, all right.
I will leave you. I'll leave you with you, but I trust you.
No, come on.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody would be so happy to see you. Adonis is here, and when she says the name Adonis, you know that she is, unfortunately, referencing Adonis Crane. And he comes around the corner, and you see a tall, skinny man with fiery red hair and like a thin goatee, and he kind of turns around and says, "Oliver, well,
Excuse
Oliver,
me?
Sorry.
Wow!
He turns the corner.
All right.
He turns the corner. Oh, I can't believe I forgot because I had this whole thing planned. Okay, here we go. He turns around and he says, "Oh, well, if it isn't Dancing Danrek, it's so good to see you." And he like starts to walk over to you.
No.
I step in front of him. I step in front of Danny immediately. If he says no.
Oh, he's harmless. He's just you're a dick, and you have been. I'm gonna leave you two. Have a good one. I'm gonna slide back.
Can she take your hand as you go? Just really quick. She's not gonna stop you from leaving.
Okay. What's up?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Danny turns around and leaves, and you hear from behind.
Make her wear something that fits.
It doesn't have to fit. It
She
really
like doesn't even really respond to you. She just like waves you off, and then Danny, you hear from behind you. Adonis goes, "I can't believe he said that to me." And then Eva said, "Well, then don't be a dick." And then
Don't be a dick, Adonis.
Oh my god, I love you. And she like walks away with
Anytime.
you. And I will say, with all this effort put in, Aeliana is able to find pretty much whatever she would like.
Simplest.
Yeah.
As long as it fits, just like a simple black dress.
Okay. Listen, I know that it's minimal, but trust me when I say he will love this, okay?
You sure?
If he doesn't, dump his ass, because...
Well, we're not, it's not I don't think it's anything.
Okay. And she...
Okay.
And she just kind of like...
Yep, got it.
And she,
Thank you so
she like
much.
turns you around and like faces you to the mirror. And she kind of puts her hand on your shoulders. And she says, "Okay, what's wrong?"
What do you mean what's wrong?
Clearly something's wrong.
Nothing's wrong at all.
She turns you back towards her. "Hey, I'm an empath, okay?
Yep.
So I can tell
Yep.
how you are feeling right now.
Uh-huh.
And it's worried, all right?
It's very worried. Yeah.
So why are you so worried?
Probably because I've never done anything like this. Ever.
Where did you meet this guy?
Oh, well, where did I actually? I came up to him and asked him to pretend to know me.
Smooth.
It wasn't like that at all,
Oh.
actually.
Okay. Well, that's a great
Yeah.
move.
Thank you. Wow. All right.
Well, if this guy is worth his weight in gold, then...
He is.
Well, then if he is, then the reason that he likes you is because you are who you are. So, just be you. Don't all of a sudden change everything about yourself just because there's a time and a place put to the two of you seeing each other. It's going to be just like any other night.
Okay.
but you're gonna look banging doing it.
All right, that's the thing. Okay, sure. That's very good advice. Thank you very much. Yes.
Of course. And she hands you like a full hanging what is it, garment bag, and hands that to you.
Thank you.
Of course. Just bring it back, or I'm in big trouble.
No, yeah, anytime. Of course, immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you spill on it or rip on it, that's fine. We can take care of that easily.
It's black. Hopefully, I picked that because hopefully not going to do anything with it.
Even if you do, it's fine.
Okay.
No
all
worries. Magic. All right, cool. And she hands it. I mean, not me. I don't really know any magic other than the
listen,
magic of my
Eva,
body.
Really,
Okay.
thank you very much. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. If there's
Of course.
anything I can do to pay you back for this.
There is.
Okay, good. Anything.
What's going on with Danny?
It's a long story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Um,
It's a good group around him, I hope. We're
good.
trying.
I want him to see the show. So if you could get him to see the show, that would be great.
Okay. Is it just tonight or is it a long term?
Oh no, it's until the celebration.
Okay.
Yeah, if Danny hadn't have left and joined the cavalry, he would be where I am. I've always thought he was just different. I mean, you'll see the show tonight. It's a bit of a spoiler, but I'm assuming you can. It's called the Paramount. It's about the Paramount, and one of the ballet dancers. They play Dree, the god of air, and man, Danny, he played Dree, and it was amazing. I mean, he's an air genasi, so but still, it was.
Who's playing the role now?
Well, that's the understudy that's going on tonight, so not great. But he's a good kid, and yeah, I mean sophomore, but it's okay.
Do you want him to see the show, or do you want him to be in it?
Oh gosh, I wish. But no, that's social suicide. I would never make him do that.
I was going to say, I don't feel he would want to be thrust into the spotlight like that.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that to him either. No, genuinely, I just always kind of sought his positive opinion. So.
If you can't, well, how much are the tickets?
How much are the tickets? Oh, for him? I mean, he just would need to show up and give his name.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, thank you. Including tonight, by the way. There will be one waiting for him, so.
Don't know if tonight's the right one, but
Okay, yeah. You
I'll try.
have fun, though, okay?
I'll try. Thank you. Thank you seriously so much for this.
Of course, all right. I've been
Go
away
ahead.
from the
You are
stage
very
for too long.
busy.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
all right, goodbye. And she said, you know your way out? You know your way out? And she kind of walks away.
No.
And
All right.
you do get lost a little bit, but you eventually
100%.
find your way out of the theater. And you are able to head back to the Golden Lion Inn. Does anybody else have anything that they want to do during the evening? Emory.
I would have just booked it back to the Golden Lion, went up to my room, locked the door, and read the letter.
So unfortunately, it's slightly anticlimactic, just because it's kind of a short letter. But it says if you get there, it basically says, I'm paraphrasing, but it says if you get there before me, find a place for us to go eat. It better be good. I'm excited to see you. Rowina has asked if you two could talk. You don't have to answer till we're there. Also, let me know if you got there safely. And that's basically it. And then there's at the very end, right next to her name, there's a little doodle of a hand flipping you off.
Aw. I would probably spend whatever amount of time before people start getting back, like starting to write something and then crumpling it up.
Yeah.
Starting to write something, crumpling it up. And depending on how long it takes them to get back, might have something drafted.
Okay, yeah. Anybody else before your shows, Rowina?
I would just read my letter.
Okay, yeah, your letter also is pretty simple because the last time you talked was actually via a sending message, if I recall. And so you were telling her that you were going to Savonia. So she basically says, Rowina, if you're getting this, that means you made it to Savonia safely, which is great. Please let me know that you made it to Savonia safely. If you are going to stay there for a while, I would love to come see you. You know that would mean like months, though. So you would need to commit to being there for a while. And she says, if not, it'd be great to see you at some point soon, but don't put yourself in danger. There's just some things I want to talk to you about face to face. Everything's okay. But we should talk. And I love you.
Okay.
That's like getting a text from a parent that just says, call me.
Someone's dead.
Yeah.
I would start on a response to her, but not get a sent today.
Yeah. Anything else before the shows?
Is this a tavern too?
Yeah,
Radio establishment? What are the rules of this world of open containers?
There is no rule against open containers. There's a rule against public indecency and public drunkenness, but no rules against open containers.
I'll grab a drink at the bar.
Okay. Grab a drink at the bar.
Can Aeliana join you?
Sure.
Is this like right before, or is this early?
Yeah, let's say for the sake of ease
Right
that
before.
Oliver
We got
said,
ready
Oliver
and
said, I'll
all
meet you
that.
at the bar. Like, that's
Okay,
what,
okay.
I'll meet you at the bar.
So she got on the dress. I think she did her hair up in like a braided updo, as best she could herself. People did that for her when she was little, so she's like winging it the best she can. And then she was outside, like there were flower beds, and she like picked flowers that probably weren't supposed to be picked, but she stuck them in her hair. And she plops down next to Emory and orders an apple whiskey.
Okay.
And downs it.
Emory like holds up his glass and just cheers it.
Cheers.
You look great.
You think so?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Sure. Yep. Yes. I mean, yes, I am. Yes, of course, I am. Very, very excited. Yes.
Are you nervous and excited?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah.
How do you do both? Just
That's
like
great.
like
I wish I knew. That's a good question. It's just a lot. I'm hoping that it won't be a lot. Or maybe I do hope it is a lot. Anyways, I don't know.
well, at least you're like doing something cool and you can like watch the show and like if things are going well, you at least see a cute like cool show.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have like the pressure of like meeting up after like a long period of time and not really knowing how things are gonna go, and then
She
like
immediately takes your hand. Are you worried?
I'm not like worried. I'm just
It's okay if you are. I'm just asking.
I don't. It's like not worried. It's like I don't know. What if she doesn't? What if she doesn't like me anymore?
Okay.
I feel different. I don't feel.
Yeah.
I'm not the same, and I don't.
Emory, that isn't crazy. I worry about that too.
You do?
Yeah.
With Oliver?
No, he's seen me a lot. It's with my family. I haven't seen them in ages.
Oh.
My mother's going to be here. I've changed a lot. I think it's really normal. At least I hope it's normal. If you and I are both feeling it, then maybe it is.
I hope so. Jeez. Okay, so then we just what?
Yeah,
So,
no, I was going to say I had some advice today that said just be yourself. So maybe that's the answer.
What if you don't like yourself? No, it's not like I'm
Good question.
saying that I don't like, but like how do you?
I like you, Emory.
Do you want another? Or
No.
are you good?
Good with just the one. I don't want to make a total fool of myself, so.
Yeah, for sure.
One.
Don't want to fall in a bathtub or anything.
That was a fluke, and those bathtubs are huge. So.
And it just like
In your defense, I would have had
of-
no clue. I've been.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I've been going over it all day, and I just don't know what happened. So, yeah,
It's a really tall edge of the bathtub. I think it's very normal.
Yeah, it's like when you're going upstairs and the stairs are just like slightly off the usual, and it's just crazy.
Awful.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, cool. Have so much fun tonight.
You too. I can't wait to
Yeah.
hear. Yeah, it should be good.
Friggin' hot spring show.
Can't beat it.
Hot spring. He'll like tap his glass on your empty whiskey glass. Yeah.
Okay. Oliver, you come down the stairs.
Yeah, I imagined it happening the other way, but I guess Oliver comes down the stairs.
Yeah, and you see Aeliana at the bar.
Oh yeah, I should have done that.
And no, I would actually say that you went down early to make that moment happen, but Aeliana went down even earlier to get a drink because she was so nervous. So you see her down there, and immediately you're like, "Oh no, it's already going to her eye."
And Oliver has his hands behind his back. He's clearly like holding something. And he walks up.
To the bar?
Yeah, to the bar. Walks up to her.
Oh, hi.
Hi, you look amazing.
This is really good. Where did you get this?
Rowina picked it out.
Really?
Yes.
It looks great.
I wish I could
Emory's
take,
just.
No, I'm gonna like.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you
Emory.
roll. Like,
Yeah.
you guys look to where Emory. You like glance to where Emory was. He's gone.
It was good. Oh, sorry.
And Oliver will take his hand from his back, and he will give Aeliana some flowers that he bought earlier in the evening.
Oh.
I got these for you. I told them to give me the most colorful flowers they had, so I'm
Thank
hoping
you.
that they.
Oh, that's really. I forgot to tell you. You fixed it.
What do you mean?
I think. And then she remembers she's not supposed to say what she used it on. And she's like, well, I used magic and it was not not black.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's the best thing I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, you're really good. You said you could fix anything, and you can. That's right.
Oh, yeah, well, give me enough time and I can fix just about anything, yeah.
Yeah.
I also got you, Rowina picked this out. I wish I could lie and say that I picked it out. And we'll hand you the box with, open it.
Open the box. It's okay. I knew. I just felt. I knew that black was the right choice until like put it around like her shoulders. Good.
Yeah, better than good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm nervous.
So am I.
Yeah.
Which is good. I think if we weren't nervous, it'd be a bad sign.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah. Should we head off?
Yes.
Okay.
She'll put her arm in his arm.
Okay.
Lovely. All right, the two of you head off, and you make your way.
On the way, there is one thing that I'll say.
Okay, yeah, please. You are on your way. The sun is falling, casting a purple orangish hue to the night. It is a beautiful night with a slight breeze. The birds are still chirping, but the crickets are also starting to join them in their melody. And you find a nice, calm moment as you're crossing the bridge, the Peak Shadow Bridge,
Oh my God.
to get to the theater.
I think we stop on the bridge for a second, just to admire everything. I have a suggestion for tonight.
Of course.
Well, the last couple months have been, more than stressful. And
Yeah.
even before that, we've both been through a lot. But I think tonight that we just pretend none of that happened. And tonight, me and you are just Aeliana and Oliver getting to know each other.
And she'll take his face and kiss him.
And his heart explodes.
Oh no!
Yes. That sounds perfect.
Amazing. On your left, this guy says.
Sorry. I have a
we should-
really bad habit of standing in the middle. I think that I should maybe take this evening to start telling you all of the bad things about me, just to make sure that you're balanced. Because, yeah.
I don't think you can tell me anything that would sway me away from the way that I feel.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. We'll test that tonight then.
Okay.
We'll just pepper them in.
Challenge accepted.
I'm allergic to raspberries.
I'm allergic to cashews.
No. And she'll keep walking.
Amazing. So you make your way across the city, and then eventually you make your way into the SEMA Theater, and immediately find your jaw opening wide as you take in the interior of the massive lobby. Ornate designs and molds that tell tales of various stories line the inner walls of the lobby. There are 6 main pillars, 3 on each side, and each pillar is deftly carved to show different stories of Akios lore as you travel from the base to the ceiling with your eyes. Bright, warm lights, ruby red curtains and drapes, and golden trimming reflect the wealth and the extravagance of the theater. The buzz of anticipation permeates in fine, noble, and throughout the patrons as they file into the theater. Most of the clientele are dressed in fine, noble clothes. Nothing you would wear to a grand ball, but a nice night out. Flowing dresses of varying colors, suits tailored and well-maintained. This is considered a lovely night for the nobles, and a lifelong dream for the lucky few lower-class individuals that find themselves here. You join a line approaching a rapping wooden desk with a few representatives of the theater working. You approach, and a man with a long hooked nose and spectacles looks to you. "Welcome to the Savonian Institute for the Mystical Arts Grand Theater. Do you have a name for your tickets?"
Yes, Oliver Burroughs.
Oliver Burroughs. He quickly goes through his files. Yes, excuse me. And he heads to the back, and he comes back, and he brings 2 tickets.
Oh,
Two
man,
tickets
thank you.
for you,
Thank
please.
you. I was worried they weren't going to be here.
Why?
Enjoy the show.
I've never done this.
Me neither.
As you enter the theater itself, it's hard not to gasp at the size of the venue. Thousands of seats start at the edge of the vast stage and slowly slope upward to 2 levels of balconies. The sides of the theater house boxes suited for the most upper crust, as you can see them making their way to their seats, servants at their side. The stage itself is large and grand. The wooden floor is currently plain and bare, and a large backdrop at the back of the stage houses a mural of stormy flowing gray clouds. The patrons are all filing in. The energy is electric. You find your seats on the lower part of the floor, right in the middle. Great seats.
Oh my God.
And you realize that even just innately, even though you've never been to one, you know the show is going to start soon. What do you do as you sit there with each other for this one moment?
I think Oliver just takes Aeliana's hand, and
Yeah.
Oliver's hand is very damp.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he like tries to wipe it off on his shirt.
Like, she'll take it with, but like, if he takes her hand, she'll put her other hand over it too.
Amazing.
Just no, it's not even just a night. Just no stress, no.
I'm very stressed. I've almost never been more stressed.
What? We're already here.
I know. Yes,
Get
I
to
know.
there.
I know. No, I just don't want to mess things up. And I wish I didn't say that, but I did. Yeah. You know,
Oliver,
I'm very happy to be here.
Oliver, I literally got this dress from the costume shop backstage.
You did?
Yes, it's really no. There is no way you can mess this up.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That helps. You got it for. How did you do that?
Danny.
Oh. Thank you, Danny.
The lights begin to flicker. And then eventually, silence falls on the audience. And darkness envelops both of you. We open up on a blank stage.
What?
Darkness. A single light appears, as small as a pinprick. It floats against the backdrop smoothly before moving faster and faster. The sound of a cymbal slowly drumming up from the silence can be heard. The light moves faster and faster. The cymbal crashes and the light splits into 2. The drumming continues as the lights continue to move around rapidly against the backdrop. Another split. Another split. And another one with the final crash. And the 5 lights, the beams, sit on the backdrop, frozen in the air. There is silence. And then, slowly, they descend upon the 5 figures. 5 dancers dressed in beautiful flowing attire. One in reds and oranges, flames embroidered, winding their way up her costume. One in the cool brown and gray tones of earth, cracks painted onto his clothing. A woman in flowing deep blues, emulating waves. Another man with cool blues and light grays, the wind on his costume seemingly moving on its own. And lastly, a woman with white and yellow garments shining brightly, the representatives of the Paramount. Slowly, they begin to move and a graceful pattern amongst each other. They embrace, they drift apart. At times, they are together as one as they move their bodies in beautifully complex patterns with enviable ease. You watch a story of creation, a story of potential, beauty, immensity unfolds before your eyes. You are not watching a ballet dance, you are watching the paramount themselves grace the stage before you and tell you the tale of their power and the birth of Zelios itself. You are moved. You escape for but a moment. And eventually, the tale comes to an end, and the pace of your heart beating returns to normal as the performers step forward and take one final bow. And then the lights come up.
The fucking music. Oh my god. Aeliana's crying.
Yeah,
She's standing crying, having just tears like falling.
Bravo!
The audience stands up, standing
Wow.
ovation for the show.
Oh my God.
And then, in an almost heartbreaking way, the lights are up, and the people start pouring out, and the magic is ceased yet again.
Wow. Wow.
I have no words.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was truly
Wow.
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming with me.
Anytime, literally anytime. That was the
Okay.
greatest thing I cannot been. Wow.
I've never seen anything like that.
Wow.
As you make your way out into the main lobby of the theater, you pass a group of people that are all surrounding an elven woman with long braided blonde hair. Aeliana, you recognize her as Eva. Lots of people coming up to her, praising her, telling her how great of a show it was. She's thanking them politely, and she catches your eye for but a
She
moment.
just puts her hand
and
over
she
her heart.
just kind of waves at you.
Yeah. She just is like.
And then looks at
Shit.
Oliver, and her eyes go wide, and she goes, and then
She's like, I know.
and then continues.
And then she puts her arm in his again.
Yes.
Yeah.
She smiles and continues her conversation with her friends, and the two of you step out onto the front steps of the theater, and night has fallen, the stars shining above you, and the evening is yours.
Shaking.
How do the two of you finish your night?
Where's your favorite place in Savonia?
Oh God, I don't. Oh jeez.
A place that you would, go to if it's you don't want to take me there.
Is the
that's-
library open now?
Yeah, the library's a 24/7 thing.
Hell yeah, we're going.
Okay.
Okay, the library.
How far is
Okay.
that?
All right. I mean,
I
right
have an
next,
idea.
literally like right next door, like
Okay,
the
I have an
library
idea.
and
All right, you're gonna think I'm insane. So just.
No, I
Don't.
don't. Oliver doesn't say art.
the. You can't.
Because that would be a lie. Yeah, exactly.
So she grabs your wrist, and you two start to head off to the library. The rest of our party, do all of you attend the Golden Lions Hot Springs show?
No.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Show.
I hope so
Emory.
because I fucking bought the tickets, so I really hope that you guys go.
All right, so Emory and Rowina do. Danny, what do you do for the evening?
I think I would have told Rowina and Emory that I wasn't going.
Aw, come on.
Boo.
You two need potential sibling bonding time. What can I tell you?
In a hot spring?
Okay, yeah, that's
I'm not getting in the hot spring with her. No offense.
okay. Then yeah, that's cool.
I'm gonna
Have
go in the
fun.
opposite hot spring.
Yeah, we can be like, yes.
Yeah. No offense.
No, I completely agree.
What time in the evening is it?
9, I think, is what we were told.
Okay.
What are you going to do tonight?
It's none of your business.
Oh, Jesus.
Are we doing that? Is that...
I'm
Okay.
joking. I'm going up to my room, and I took some notes from the library earlier. I'm going to be going over them.
Ugh. I'll go to the library.
It was a great impression to me. I liked it a lot.
It was not an impression of you. It was like a nerd, like a typical nerd.
No, I felt that was a real emulation of me, and it's great, and it was really uncanny.
Okay, I know you're being sarcastic, but I can't help but think that you actually thought it was funny.
Oh, it was totally funny. No, it was great.
And I like go to high five.
Hey, yeah. Bye-bye.
Hey,
Okay, have fun.
my guy.
So wait. On our last night in this very fancy place,
Yeah.
you're going to go to your room and read instead of going to the hot springs?
Yes.
All
If
right.
Oliver was here, he'd say boo.
Yeah, well, he's...
But that's just, yeah. Oh.
Well, if you
Well-
change your mind, you know where we'll be.
All right, so the two of you head off to the show. Danny, do you actually go up to your room?
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
actually think... Yeah, I go to my room, and for a while, I'm kind of sitting... I'm assuming, like, the room has, like, a little desk. One of those weird,
Yeah.
like, hotel desks where it's like, who the fuck sits in this chair?
For sure.
Yeah, I'm doing that, going over my notes, both from what I collected at the library and then also whatever I would have taken for like House Balance business back when we were originally dealing with Black Hat stuff.
Okay.
And then I think after a while, I'm aware of what's going on tonight. I take a little more of my good berries than usual, probably more than I should.
Yeah. Understood.
And I like to think maybe timeline-wise this might not actually work out, but I like to think if this was like a movie or whatever, I think halfway through studying, being back in the theater, just kind of it was a big day. Danny would get up, and then I think it would like cut back and forth between Danny in his room and Oliver and Aeliana watching the show,
Ah.
and Danny goes through the motions of when he did the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
break me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Dude,
And then ends and his feet are just like half an inch off the ground for just a second and then go back down. And then just goes back to studying.
All right. Beautiful. Beautifully heartbreaking. All right. Emory and Rowina. The two of you
Yes.
head down.
Let's go.
The two of you head down to the hot springs of the Golden Lion Inn. It is like basically where the basement of the Golden Lion would be is literally just natural hot springs that have been carved to add like probably 30-ish, maybe 20, maybe closer to between 20 and 30 literal like hot tubs that are all kind of amorphous shaped, but just like a floor of hot tubs with a stage on the far end. All of
Insane.
all of it is like a green, bluish green lit interior. And
Rowina looks real cool here.
Rowina,
Yeah.
Rowina does look really
Yes.
cool here. Yeah, so you see people kind of coming in. It's definitely like all like people that are like adults, and some people are drinking, some people are making out, some people are just like having a good time. No one's doing anything more than making out, but it is definitely like a really free atmosphere here. There's servants who are walking around carrying drinks and food. Do the two of you get like a spraying next to each other?
Is it like swimsuit style, or are we going full nudie nude?
You see a couple of people full nudie nude, but you see a couple of people just swim style.
Okay. I'll like look at Rowina.
Rowina definitely would be like swim style.
Yeah, I'm swim style with my potential maybe sister.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure.
But I think, and Emily, tell me if you feel this way too. I think if Emory sees that it's like there's like clothing, like it's not nudie nude, like I think he was
Yeah.
thinking like bathhouse kind of style.
Yeah.
So if it's like clothes on, like I would be cool if we got in the same.
Yeah.
And
I
no
think
one's
that
like,
that's
well,
not
and
a big
also just
deal.
clarify, no one's like full clothes on. It's like swimming clothes on.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Emory would.
Yeah.
Emory would like.
But
kind of
it's just like
take,
hot tubs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Just hot
he'd
tubs.
take off like his shirt and like kind of like look around, see if anybody like notices his tattoos and like.
Oh yeah,
I
you're definitely catching some looks. Emery's hot. You're getting some eyes.
I rolled a d6 and I got 4, and that's how many drinks I've had. So
Okay.
I'm
Feeling great.
feeling great,
Um,
and I'm gonna get in this hot spring
so eventually,
with my baby sister.
as you eventually,
Baby.
you guys are hanging out.
No, I said maybe.
And then the
Oh.
lights
but
in
you're
this,
younger than me, definitely.
the lights in this hot spring start to dim. It still has that like cool blue, and then they kind of like start to pulse with this blue light, and the springs themselves start to kind of like bubble and get more intense. And then
Hey Google,
you
turn
hear
the desk lamp to blue.
you hear some music starting to play from the stage. And you see some people come out, and there's like a drummer, and there's and you see coming up from each of your springs, you see these sea elf people, some
In the
male,
spring?
some in the spring.
Like in our tub?
Yes, they come up from the center of the tub, and they're all like, they're all these sea elves, and they're all kind of like dancing, and like adding this like background singing to everything. And they start to like make their way up to the stage. They're walking in and around everybody. They'll like graze your shoulder or like grab your chin and kind of like flirtily play with you as they're all like singing and dancing. And then they come up and make a formation on the stage, and it opens up, and you see a singer there. Kind of taller male, mask identifying probably, elf with green short hair, kind of coiffed. This is what you see. He's wearing a leather vest and green hair, pointy ears. He's got tattoos all over him, and he's just putting on a great set. He has awesome vocals, super high energy. He gets you all dancing and singing. His choruses are really catchy, and you start to sing along with him. Everybody's just having a great time. You get a couple more drinks in you throughout the show. And then at the end of the show, like champagne is poured to everyone, and like him and the dancers all just like kind of join you all in the hot springs, and a big party starts. And that's the hot springs show.
Amazing.
Hey,
I
Zach,
think Danny.
way to go.
Yeah, honestly.
Take a moment
Can
to
we get
appreciate Zach for a second.
Yeah.
Can we give you inspiration?
For real.
Yeah,
For real.
give DM
Yeah.
inspiration.
DM inspiration,
that's-
and it
Yeah,
can be
let's
an
all give
enemy
it
if you
applause.
want. Yeah.
You can kill
Player
one of us.
inspiration.
The timing
Whoa, whoa,
of
whoa,
the
whoa.
words to the songs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking believable.
Thank
This is
you.
Fantastic.
unbelievable.
Thank you.
Seriously.
good.
So you
Oh
each
my
experienced 2 really cool shows.
Very different shows.
Yeah, very different
Yeah.
shows. And we will come back for the nightly library and then next daily library activities after a little bio break. So stand up, stretch, get some water, but don't go anywhere because we'll be right back.
Bleh.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. All right, so we find ourselves back at the Savian Library. It is open 24/7. There's always an archivist on hand. Lots less people are wandering about the Grand Hall now. But Aeliana, you have brought Oliver here.
Okay. So, top floor. Tucked away like there's a corner that's by a window. That's all I see. You can flesh this out.
Okay.
But it's like in a weird section, like nobody ever goes there. It's not like books anyone's dying to get to. And there's a window seat with a little cushion.
Yeah, it's like a little
maybe a
nook.
pillow.
Yeah, I think you just kind of instinctively start to follow your way up the winding staircase to one of the more higher up floors, maybe the third or fourth floor.
She'll gesture to it. Here you are.
This is amazing. I've never seen so many books in my entire life. This is where you used this is where you used to hang out?
To hide, yes.
To hide?
Not in a bad way.
Oh.
But yes.
What was Aeliana like in college?
Just as awkward as you see her now, but I had an outlet for it, I suppose.
For the record, I don't think you're wrong.
I think I am. But I appreciate you saying it, and I know it's true from your perspective, I guess. No, I mean I was good. Good. Nothing really different or outlandish. I was well educated young, so I came here because there was more to see and read about than my classes sometimes gave. So
I'm glad I met you when I did, because I don't know if you would have liked younger Oliver.
Thought you were going to say you weren't going to like younger me, and I was going to say that makes sense.
No, no, I think Oliver now would, but I don't think Oliver. I was kind of a dick. I don't know. I was really into sports.
All right, then what was younger Oliver like? Besides spiteful, which I know a lot about. Your father.
I feel like he was a lot more confident, but he shouldn't have been. He had a lot of false confidence, a lot of bravado that I look back and I shudder from. Yeah, he was classic jock, I guess.
Yes. We wouldn't have, our circles wouldn't have aligned.
I couldn't agree more.
And I'm glad I met you when I did too.
Me too. I have one more thing for you.
You really have to stop.
Just
stop
shut up.
Giving me all right.
And he pulls out. It's not a gift. It's it's for both of us to share.
Okay. All right.
And he'll pull out like a little cloth, and he'll unwrap it. And inside the cloth are 2 blackberry tarts.
Oh my gosh. I have to tell you. She takes it and she holds it and she sits and pats the seat next to her, and she'll take it and be like, "All right, I can't not. I really want it to be a secret, Oliver, but this is too much, and I have to let you know that I'm not just sitting here not doing anything. Because it's important to me that you know that I'm working on something for you too."
Yeah?
And I can't tell you anything about it because it's really important to me that it's a secret, and it's a lot, but it's taking longer than I thought. And
say no more. Will count the days until I can figure out what it is.
just know that I'm not.
You don't have to. I'm not doing this to get some. Okay.
No, I know that. I know that. I just want you to know that.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. I will look forward to it. There's something I want to ask you.
Anything.
I don't know if there's a proper way to do this. Okay. I'm not a royal like yourself.
I'm not royal.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You are,
really
though.
Not. No, a noble.
Noble.
Different.
Okay. I would like it very much if you would attend the ball with me.
I wouldn't want to attend with anyone else.
Good. I was hoping that's what you would say.
Then you're welcome, I guess.
Yes.
The reason that I came here all the time, Oliver, is because it made me feel safe. It's a big world. Savonia's loud. There's a lot of people.
I understand that completely.
And the reason that I want to be with you is because you make me feel safe. When it's loud and there's a lot of people.
You make me feel more than safe. You know, there was a lot of times in my life in the past year since I've been cursed with the truth that I've truly hated it. But if it led me to you, then I think it was all worth it.
I have one request.
Anything.
I decided this on the way here. I accept the fact that at some point you will realize that I am not very interesting, and you will want to move on. But you are not allowed to do that until you have seen my childhood bedroom, because it's only fair.
Deal.
All right, she holds out her hand. Oh God, why are you?
Oh, sorry.
That's a
misread
job
it.
thing.
Yeah, it's the Sorry.
She spits in her hand.
Deal.
Okay, good.
Fantastic.
Good. The only other thing is you didn't ask me again.
What do you mean?
That you could ask me again the next time. You didn't.
I don't get what you're saying. Eric doesn't. Oliver might.
Oliver definitely would.
When you asked me, when you asked her in your father's house to stay in his room.
Oh shit.
I left you a whole note and everything. Did you not get it?
No, I got it, and I keep it on me. It's
all I'm saying is it would save us 4 gold minimum.
well, I am all about that. Yes, 1,000 times yes.
The room's just really big.
Yeah, it's lonely in there.
It's too quiet.
Yes. Would you like to go make out behind the books?
Amazing. You avoid like a couple of close calls of people. Like you see like a couple of archivists like wheeling a cart occasionally.
Oh, sure.
And like as they pass, you guys are like, oh, and this one right here is very. Except Aeliana has to do that because Oliver can't lie.
Exactly.
Oliver this obviously doesn't happen, but Oliver just goes, "We were making up."
No, that happens. I think that 100% happens.
The archivist gives you a thumbs up. Not the first time they've seen people
That's the
making
cool
out.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
The cool one.
And I'm assuming eventually find yourselves back to the Golden Lion Inn. You all have a lovely night, and the next day you find yourselves up and at 'em. I would say, well, first of all, Emory, you don't have disadvantage on dexterity ability checks anymore. And I would also say after a night in your hot tub, the arm's feeling pretty good. Still a little sore, but it's feeling okay. Your head's a little swimmy after the amount of drinks that you had. You're muted if you're talking. You're muted on Zoom.
In Zoom.
Is it sunny?
It is a sunny day today.
Oh no, the shades.
I would have made probably. I don't drink coffee,
Yeah.
obviously. That's established. But I would make both Emory and Rowina cups, just because I'm assuming with the vibe of the hot. So I'm just
I love
assuming
that.
that they would might need it.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna say, I'm just deciding this right now. You guys got like rooms that all shared like a common room, and so like you're like
cute.
you're not in
Cute.
the like tavern part. You're all like in a
Perfect.
private common room where you could all be together, but there's no one else around.
Too cute.
Yeah.
Let's stay here forever.
Right?
But I will say, and this wasn't on
Oh
purpose.
wait,
but I
would that
liked.
mean that
This does.
we notice that?
I would say it's kind of unavoidable that you notice that Oliver and Aeliana leave the same room. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like to imagine that it was pure, like all three of them are already out there. It's pure silence. The two of you walk out, and Emory just says,
Mhm.
Before they would have entered, I would have wanted to just quickly to Rowina and Emory be
Okay,
like,
yeah.
hey, by the way, if Oliver asks, I went to the show with y'all last night. I don't want him to know that I bailed.
I don't
What if he
like
asks
I
you-
don't like lying.
Yeah.
Okay,
which
but
we
at
should
least
do
you
a-
can.
We should do a rundown of
Whoa,
the show.
dude.
Because I can doesn't mean I should.
Bro, come on. Please,
That
just.
feels sketchy to me. If I
Why
told
does it
you
feel
that, you would
sketchy?
be like, that is sketchy.
It's a little lie. It's just a small. I didn't go to a show. That's not.
But
that big of a
why?
deal.
Why tell a little lie?
I look at her like, Ro is the one that I feel like Danny is the most like, girl, really?
Girl. Oh, girl.
Look, I won't
I
say
can say that, don't
anything,
try
but
anything.
if he asks me directly, I can't make any promises.
Your hold on my number one favorite person is tenuous now at best.
Oh my god, I was number one.
Wait, Rowina was number one?
Yeah. She's cool as shit. Her powers are like dark and witchy, and I really like the vibe. And she doesn't make me talk when I don't want to.
I don't know. Emory, what do you think?
Whatever, I guess.
Emory, you're runner up.
I can tell you about the show if he asks specific details, if you want to like throw in some Forshee.
I'm actually. I think Zach. Would you say that I might have like seen at least something similar?
Similar for sure, yeah.
Okay, but the best
These
part
things
was
are these things are always the same.
But listen, the best part was the main singer. Hot as fuck.
Oh,
Hot as
very.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely devastating.
Yeah, you
Okay.
missed out. But I
Yeah.
also think that I knew that Oliver and Aeliana are going to be pretty preoccupied.
We should find him and we should set you up.
Me? No. No.
Yes. Yep.
No.
Yep. Rowina. Yes.
Why not? We have some time.
Hey, I appreciate the energy, but actually, please don't do that.
All right, if you really don't want us to do that,
I really
I might
do.
have given him your number last night.
What?
Your room number.
That's really sketchy. I really don't appreciate that.
I didn't, but if I did, now I know that's sketchy.
Yeah, don't give
don't do
give
that in the
room
future.
numbers to. That's really weird.
He's so hot though.
Yes, but you can't just give out.
Like, you don't
It's
understand.
not safe. I was there.
I mean, you understand, but okay.
Yes,
Yep,
you should.
No room numbers.
You
no
should
room
try
numbers.
to see it or see, I don't know, something.
Thank you for the input.
And then Oliver and Aeliana walk out, and Emory
Oh,
says,
shit.
"Mhm."
They got each other's room number last night.
Good morning, Emory.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning,
How was the
Oliver. Good
ballet?
morning, Aeliana.
Phenomenal.
I cried
So did
a
I.
lot.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
good.
If you guys get the chance, I would go.
We could all go
Sure.
again.
I would see it again 1000%.
Yes.
Sure, I would like to.
We should all go again.
How was the hot springs?
Incredible.
It was
Fucking
very
incredible.
fun. We were just talking about
Yeah.
the singer.
Incredible.
Dana, did you
Would
have a
see
good
it
time?
again.
Oh, he's rolling. Is he rolling?
No, I think Wanda's yelling at him.
No, but her automatic cat feeder was going off and it's very loud, so I was pausing to
I
maintain
didn't
some.
hear it.
No, I didn't-
Well, that's because I muted
Oh,
myself.
I see.
It's like I heard it going off. Yeah, sure. I don't know. I might skip the Paramount show. I mean, after you've been in it a couple times, I don't know if I
Oh,
really
that's
want
You
to.
were in it?
Yeah, I did it a couple times.
What part did you play?
Zach, what's the name of that? The
You can guess. You can
Dree.
guess which
Dree.
part.
Oh yeah, I gotta say, they were a little off.
Very
I think
off.
you would have done a much better job.
Might be
They
good for
just
your
cast
ego.
me because I
Ego.
could make the clothes move in a way, and they didn't have to enchant it.
I don't think that's all that it is, Danny. You're
Oliver
It was
can't
the-
lie.
It was the presence.
yes.
It's not right.
He didn't have the
Yep.
light that you
Yes.
have.
It's a hard role. I don't blame a student for not being great at it.
Yeah, it was an amazing show. It was great.
Cool theater though too, right? Very
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Gorgeous.
It's a nice space.
We're going. again.
breathtaking.
All of us
Yes.
are going. No options. We're just gonna go. We'll figure it out.
All right.
If we have time, we should go.
But today we're going to the library and we're not staying here again tonight, right?
We have to leave this room. I feel like if I could pause a moment, I would pause this moment and live here forever.
It is beginning. Actually, I didn't pay for the last one. How much is it total? It's 4 each.
Yeah, so 20.
20. Okay.
If they're sharing
I
a
just-
room, we can.
Did we get
Cut
Oh,
that
yeah,
down.
oh, yeah, so
So
15.
last night, babe.
No, sorry,
16.
16.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Math.
Yeah, you did.
That was the whole reason.
Yep.
The only reason.
Economics.
Just saving a little bit of money. Cool.
I think that we probably should get out of this area, and also it's getting expensive.
Right. Yes.
People.
I did grab a
still
list
arriving.
yesterday of some books to maybe research.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
I think we
Yeah.
should go there. I mean, they said that
Yeah.
the king's coin would get us into even the restricted section, so I think that we should find all
We
we
have
can.
4 more days now until the king, or
That was yesterday that he talked to you, so yeah, 4 days.
Where it is.
You talked to him on the 11th, he wants to meet with you on the 16th.
Yeah, we can. I'm sure I can. Whoa, there was that one place that Zach had mentioned about. That's the cheaper option. That is the golden line.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called.
It was the place in
Yeah.
the Genasi neighborhood.
Taste of the elements.
the Genasi neighborhood. Are you?
There's other places too, but that's just one of them I mentioned.
No, we can go there.
Are you from Savonia?
Uh
Is your family here?
huh.
Your author mom?
Wait, how did we not talk about the fact that your family? Do you want to
Yeah.
see them?
You can say no.
Can say
This
no.
is a safe space.
Completely fine.
No, I mean they're cool. I just last time that I saw them, I was going to rehab. So
Yeah, but look at you now.
They would be so proud of you.
You've saved 2 towns.
okay, that's a gross exaggeration of anything.
It's literally not.
Maybe just think
Can't
about
lie.
it. You don't have to decide.
Can't do it.
We can't lie.
Just think about it.
It's a maybe. It's a maybe. I
Why
don't.
don't we stay somewhere else tonight, and then we can decide if we want to go there another night? Give him the space to think about it.
Yes. I would love to meet them and tell them how great you are.
Aeliana, do you also want to, when we're going to the library, we can return?
Yes, I have to return this dress immediately.
You have to return the dress?
Yes.
That's a shame.
Alright.
It just was a great dress.
Yeah, Eva's great.
Mhm.
I'm glad that the show's awesome.
I can go by myself if you don't want to get in with all of that. I know there's a lot of baggage.
You honestly, she probably would, you literally could just, drop it off at the front office.
What if we
Now-
buy the
but
dress?
now I need to. I was gonna say now I need to
You want to try to what, the dress?
buy.
What if we
the
buy
dress.
the dress?
No. don't-
She also
no.
didn't tell you it had to be the next day. She just said
What
bring
am
it
I gonna
back.
do with it? She said she would get killed if they got found out. So that's high stakes.
It's Eva.
Yeah, you
I
should
don't
return
know
the
her,
dress.
but I
I'm
know
going to
of it.
return. Going to return the dress.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Return the dress.
All right, so you all head to the library. Is there anything that you want to do you want to find Eva, or do you just want to drop off the dress?
Yes. I want to find Eva.
You want to find Eva. I will say you stop by. Do you try to do the Danny trick of wait for somebody smoking a cigarette, or do
Yeah,
you?
that's what happened before, so it'll work again.
You think that's the only way in
That's
that?
Is it the
only
same
way.
guy?
It is the exact same guy.
Yeah, she'll be like, "Hi, good to see you again."
Walks out. What? I don't know who you are.
Hi.
I don't know who you are.
Okay, well, I'm just going inside.
That's fine. That's fine with me. I'm just saying I've never met you before.
No, it's no worries.
He's so
No
stressed.
problem.
And
Sorry.
you
Like 9 a.m.
Yeah, so early.
you walk inside and you actually see Eva is back in the main hallway, just kind of like stretching. And she's
Hi.
like, hey,
Hi.
Aeliana.
Holy shit, that was incredible. It was so good.
Really?
It was the best thing I've ever seen. I cried 4 times.
No way. Well, you've
it
never
was
seen a show
amazing.
before, so
Okay, but it was really good.
thank you. I really appreciate
I'm still
it.
working on Danny. He's resistant, but I'm working on it. How
Is it
can
because
I
of
put this?
me?
No, it's not because of you. Oh my gosh.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive it's not
Because
because
he kind of didn't seem super happy to see me.
he doesn't seem happy to see a lot of people right now, and
Okay.
I don't think it's because of the person. I think it's because of the situation of life.
I'm just wondering if like the cavalry made him like really like.
Potentially, they are shitholes. So yes, potentially.
Oh, what? I was saying like big headed.
Yeah, right.
So he's big headed.
No, he's fine. They suck.
Oh. Is he not on the cavalry anymore?
And I wouldn't mention it.
Oh.
If I were you.
Okay.
It's a whole thing.
Oh. Wait, are you guys like.
Yeah.
What? You fight?
Fight. Sure. Yeah, kind of.
Have you ever killed someone?
Is that cool?
No.
No, then definitely not.
I mean, it's not.
Wait.
Okay. Thank you for bringing back
Definitely
the
not.
dress. Thank you.
Yeah, I need to keep it.
Oh, what?
Anyway, I can keep it. Can I keep it? Can I
Oh.
buy it?
Oh,
Or work for it? Like
well, you wouldn't have to work for it. Aw.
you saw who I was with yesterday, right?
Oh my god. Was he a statue that came to life?
I think so.
I mean,
When I told him I had to return the dress, he was devastated.
genuinely, if he hugged you and put his head on, you might get a concussion. Because it's it's.
That's part of it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to. But purely out of. Not in a sexual way.
No, I get it.
Out of just like, I just.
I
What?
understand.
You know, sometimes I'm like. We're like.
I've lost it. I've lost the thread.
Okay, well. All right.
I have money. I don't have a lot of it, but I do have some.
No, I mean, this school is not going to notice a missed dress.
I'm sure.
Yes. But somebody's going to have to get blamed for the dress going missing.
I know exactly who to blame. Who was that asshole?
Adonis.
She goes, Adonis. Great.
Okay, wait, that's brilliant. Okay. All right. Understood. Fine.
You
can
are the
keep
best person.
No, I'm not.
I don't have a lot of friends, but could we potentially be friends?
What? Yes, of
like
course.
if I stayed and we just got okay.
Yes. You seem really cool.
And you are a master of the art.
What? Stop. Okay.
Thank you.
Well. Go.
Yeah.
God, you can't be away from that for too long.
Running.
you run back
Don't,
and
like, ditch it back. Or she probably didn't bring it. Like she would have brought it the next day if she told her she had to bring it back.
okay, yeah.
But
All right, and you like run up and you catch up with your
Nice.
friends, and you all enter the library, seeing everything as I described earlier.
Wow. And Oliver will say that trying to pretend like he remembered the first time.
I will say because Oliver can't lie, he's technically not lying by saying wow, but
Exactly.
it's so fake. It's so
Wow.
like it's so like what?
This is amazing. Where do we even start?
I'll point over to the books, write down what you want to look for, give you a list of titles, we go find them.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Well, you said you got some. What did you get titles about?
I wrote down the 2 that I could keep up with.
Yeah. So he found some books on Moldrak and the Nine Hells.
I do know one of them is. We're gonna have to see my mom, aren't we? One of the books was written by my mom.
Nice.
We don't have to see. I mean, she's written. There were other books, so and that was just of one topic.
What topic?
That was the Moldrak one.
Well, then we have to talk to your mom, Dave.
Don't have to.
Yes, we do. If she knows information about Moldrak, we have to talk to her. I'm sorry.
We absolutely have to.
Advantageous to our long-term goals.
Whenever you want, whenever you're ready. But
no, it's fine. We'll do it today. We'll go today. We'll go today.
You don't have to.
No.
We're
doing it today. We're doing this today.
I need to talk to your mom.
Well, we should do the library first. We're here.
Yeah.
We should do this.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Everybody go grab a book.
All right, so let's say for the sake of ease, let's just kind of go one at a time here, and you're each gonna say a topic, and I'm gonna give you a list of titles, and then we can just keep going. So Danny kind of came up with a topic last night. I gave him a list of titles. Aeliana, what about you? What's your first topic that you're looking for?
Ancient magic artifacts.
Ancient magic artifacts. So, you find 3
Specifically
books.
the trappy one, if I can.
For sure.
Broadly,
3
it's probably
books
good to start.
of note. Actually, hold on. Yeah, no, fuck it. 3 books of note. One, the Ancient Arcana Era Encyclopedia by various authors. Ancient Arcana Era Encyclopedia.
Got it.
One called The Dangers of the Arcanum by Deandra Silver.
Got it.
And one called Methods of Madness, a deep dive into ancient arcanic devices.
Why are these all so negative? A deep dive into what? A deep
Methods
dive into
of Madness, a deep dive into ancient arcanic devices. Now this one is by Reginald Lancaster.
Okay.
Roll a history check for me.
Does that sound familiar to me?
It does
or
sound
just...
familiar.
I don't know if it wouldn't sound familiar.
That is
to
a
you,
15?
Reginald Lancaster is the father of Sam Lancaster, who is the head of the art school at SEMA.
Oh, shut up.
Yes, and he was a very, close professor with Aeliana, I would say. He was, a really good guy.
Okay, so she would probably grab these 3 books and then come back to the group and be like, I have someone else I need to see now too, because this was written by the father of my professor.
Okay.
And then she'll run off to
to go grab those books.
the 3rd floor.
And you can also, if you want to, you can send an archivist after some of these books, and they'll just bring them to you. Yeah, I'm sure Aeliana wants
I know
to
where
go.
they are.
Okay, Rowina, what is your first topic?
I think the first thing that I would research would be Sect of the Abyss.
Okay, so specifically Sect of the Abyss.
Yeah.
You try Sect of the Abyss, nothing comes up.
Okay.
But you try just the Abyss, and 3 books come up.
Okay.
One is Alternate Planes Theory by Juniper Jewel. Alternate Planes Theory by Juniper Jewel.
Uh-huh.
The next one is The Eluding Abyss and the Theory of Universal Relocation Again, that was The Eluding Abyss and the Theory of Universal Relocation. The Eluding Abyss and the Theory of Universal Relocation.
Okay, that name.
By Reginald Lancaster. Also,
IGL.
The Abyssal Encyclopedia by Reginald Lancaster.
Damn,
We
dude.
gotta go see this dude.
And that's what you find on the Abyss.
Okay.
Emory.
Emory desperately just wants to know about curses.
Okay.
Fixing curses, curing curses.
Yeah. I would say you find two books. One is Curses and Consequences by Ned Plum. And the other one is The Healing of Curses by Archpriest Baylal. So that was Curses and Consequences by Ned Plum, and then The Healing of Curses by Archpriest Baylal.
The healing of curses.
Are we doing this like together? Like we're talking about? What
I would
we're
say
doing?
so, yeah.
Would
But-
Oliver have heard of the Archpriest?
The Archpriest Baylal would be a just a very famous priest that you've literally just like kind of like read about. Like it's
Right.
not like you don't really know much about them, but they were the Archpriest of the god Mintar, the god of knowledge.
Are they? Would Oliver know if they were still alive?
No,
Or is this like an 8? Okay.
this is an old book. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you would know that there's an Archpriest at the temple, but it would not be Archpriest Baylal.
Right.
So that's what Emory finds. Oliver, what's your first topic?
Bargaining curse specifically.
You find that same Curses and Consequences. There's an entry on Bargaining Curse.
Okay.
Oliver, take that book. Did you, or were you gonna get that? Was anybody else gonna get that?
You can
book?
both, yeah. And basically, I'm gonna like allow you guys to just kind of like get all the books, and you'll all get the information basically.
Okay.
There's some books that are specific. Like some books are you're going to be able to just like there's entries of the things that you're looking for, and so you'll just get that kind of immediately. Other books are certain amount of hours reads. So for each hour, you'll gain a certain amount of knowledge. But that Curses and Consequences, there's just an entry on Bargaining Curses.
Then I'll get like on one of the other books on the Abyss. That whatever.
okay,
Would give
yeah.
another one of those. Yeah.
For sure. And then that brings us back to Danny. Another topic that you want to research, Danny?
I actually think I'm just gonna stick with the devil stuff for right now.
Okay, yeah. Aeliana, anything for you? We're gonna get all your books, and then we'll do all the like, what do you actually read, and like what do you get. But I want to know what you're searching for first here.
You're muted.
I'm trying to balance my own interests with what the group, but I'm looking at what everyone else is getting, and it kind of covers it. So I'll do elemental gems next.
Okay, for elemental
Just
gems,
one, like-
you find one good
Perfect.
title. It's called The Primordials: The Paramount's First Children by Ingrid Stratus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sick.
maybe she has one on hand. Okay, great.
Next was Rowina.
I would search for Aeliana.
Okay, you find two books. One is Aluna the Cursed by Niva Horn. And you recognize that name, Niva,
Yeah.
as the wizard that was working with the Sect of the Abyss.
Oh, right.
Killed.
Okay.
Shit.
You did.
The other book is called The Blood of Aluna by Sindria Rhinor.
Will you say that name one more time?
Sindria Rhinor. Spelled however you just want to spell it so that you remember how it's
Yeah.
pronounced. Yeah, so those are those two books. Emory?
I also would love to specifically I'm not so much, I mean, I guess I'm a little bit interested in the Blood of Aluna. But not based on what Rowina wrote
Mm-hmm.
in our little shared situation.
Yeah.
I would be particularly interested in how the blood of Aluna is passed down, and why it might skip a person who could be potentially born from a person who was the blood of Aluna.
Okay, cool. I would say you first get those 2 books that I just said, but the only book that's different from that is you find a book called Powerful Arcane Practitioners by Juniper Jewel.
I got the Blood of Aluna by Sindrea Raynar. Can you tell me the second one?
Aluna the Cursed by Niva Horn.
And then and then what was Powerful Arcane what?
Powerful Arcane Practitioners by Juniper Jewel. Yes, Danny.
Oh.
Actually, on second thought, I think I do want to look up one more topic.
Yeah, sure.
We'll look at history about the House of Balance.
Ooh, history about the House of Balance? Okay. You find a book called Tales of Northern Akios. That's just by Various. And you also find one called Divineness and the History of Akios by Jimena Grace. Divineness and the History of Akios by Jimena Grace.
Cool.
I've kind of lost track. Any other topics?
Great job prepping, man.
Thanks, man. Any other topics?
Not for me.
Yeah, if there's just like a children's book about how to act around royals or
For sure.
people.
Yeah,
Social etiquette.
Yeah,
A little
exactly.
golden
A
book.
book on social etiquette.
definitely. And I'm only saying this because it was said in the chat off stream, but if nobody would do it, then nobody would do it. Anybody research the Chromatic Council?
Yeah. Oliver wouldn't because didn't really. I rolled pretty low on that, but if anybody else would,
I don't think I knew anything to research
Yeah.
them.
I think Emory did.
Oh, I did. I read it in a like fantasy book.
So the Chromatic Council, maybe?
Could I find that book? Or is
It's
this not a fiction library?
not really a fiction library. You do find a book
Ugh,
just
I
simply.
hate it here.
You do find a book just simply called the Chromatic Council by
Fine.
Niva
I'll look
Horn.
at it. God.
Man,
By
we
Niva
should
Horn,
not
so.
have killed Niva Horn.
I think that so Emory would be like very excited about the blood of Aluna and just so happened to walk by.
Okay,
and, like,
yeah. Oh, I noticed that name. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so those are all the books.
I have one more quick one.
Please, yeah.
This sounds so shitty. Anything about, like coups?
Coups.
Specifically non-murder related coups.
Not murder coups, by
Non-murder.
Yeah.
By
I would
Oliver's
say,
dad.
I would say,
If no, that's fine. I have a different one that I would pick that is fine as well. That's a
murder
topic.
coups.
No.
I mean, I would say there's like, you could find like just a general history book, but probably not anything specific.
Okay, then I
on
can find
coups.
that anywhere, so I would look and see if there's anything about the mountain instead.
There is nothing about a place called The Mountain. There is a book about the Wandering Peaks, but it's pretty encyclopedia-like. But you could learn some information that might lead to other things, I don't know.
Yeah, sure. We'll take it.
Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna look at Wandering Peaks, so
okay,
that's
cool,
fine.
perfect.
Got
It's
it.
literally just called The Wandering Peaks, and it's by Various.
Cool. Just have to
okay.
come up with my own ways to do a non-murder.
All
Or
right,
murder.
so that was a lot of books.
That's
You guys had a lot of
fine.
books.
That's fine.
So, Danny, you were the first to look for any books. Out of the books that I listed to you, are there any in particular that you would like to read? This
The
is
Journal
what-
of Fiendish Beings.
So the Journal of Fiendish Beings just straight up has an entry on Moldrak.
Yeah.
So that entry states that he is a demon prince and the son of one of the first demons created by the goddess Shade Maria.
Oh, that's a month.
That is also. Oh, sorry. You're right. Not Shade Maria. Shademar.
Still, pretty close.
So one of the first demons created by Shademar, his name was Sealvix. and Moldrak is his son. At one time or another, Moldrak has ruled each of the hells, and even at some time had multiple at the same. Oh my god! Sometimes he ruled multiple at the same time. He lusted for more power, and so decided to enter the material plane and bring the hells to the material plane to conquer more. He was eventually banished and sent to a purgatory plane by clerics of Naave. Naave is a Lythi goddess, a goddess of trickery and illusion.
Cool.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that is the entry on Moldrak.
Cool. I mean, that's all I'm looking.
Okay. Sorry, I'm having some weird computer stuff happening. Is my video okay?
Yeah.
Okay, the monitors.
You look great, man.
A little weird thing.
Delectable, even.
Like a snack.
Yeah. What vending machine did you fall out of?
Oh my god!
Yikes.
I'm gonna write that down for all.
Okay. Something weird is occurring, but we're just going to move on and hope it stops.
The stream still looks and sounds good.
Okay,
I
good.
can hear
Stop
you and
it.
see you well.
Great. Perfect. Okay, so, as I was saying, that's the first thing that Danny reads. Danny, that's just like a real quick thing. Is there, here, let me just tell you, the other books that you got, one of them is by your mom, so I mean, you can talk to her if you want, but The Nine Hells and the Paramount's Children is a 2-hour read. So you would have to spend 2 hours reading it. Each hour you would get a certain amount of info. Pax and Devilish Deals by Ned Plum is, there's just an entry on Moldrak that talks about how Moldrak will often take a humanoid being and give them devilish powers to assist him on the material plane. And then A Journey to the Hells by Sir Duncan Forrest is almost like, it's actually kind of close to a novel-esque book. It's about this adventurer's trip into the Nine Hells. And he mentions Moldrak in like a lore bit once, but there's not much else to the book.
I guess really the only one that sounds like would be like an actual real deep dive is the one that my mom wrote, and I think we're gonna talk to her later. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Aeliana, what's the first book that you try to dive into?
I think the Reginald Lancaster book, Methods of Madness.
Yes.
is
So,
first.
Methods of Madness is a 2-hour read.
Yeah, she lays on her little thing and her feet are up on the.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
like that's the.
I'll
vibe.
need you guys on your end to keep track of the amount of hours that you're spending.
Yeah.
So, are you just do you want to just go
hours.
through 2 hours here?
Since we could talk to, well, yes, because we
Okay.
can talk to his son, but I'm gonna need to have the full context to do that. So I'm gonna commit to
And you
this
also
one
don't know
because
the
I've got
story of
more
his
details.
his dad.
Yeah, I don't know the deal there. So
Yeah.
this is the one I'm gonna read first.
Okay. The first hour you read, you learn about the Ancient Arcana era, otherwise known as AAE. It's also known as the Dusk Age, the years before the God War. There were powerful magic users in this era. Magic was much more prevalent, and they would make incredible devices. They would use them to increase their connection with the arcane even further, making them more powerful. They could store parts of their arcana that they controlled in some of these devices to be used later. They could conjure creatures and constructs made purely of magic. In the second hour as you're reading, it starts to speak on devices that could drain the arcanic abilities from others. They were called an arcanic shifter. They could take the abilities from someone and then put them into capsules
Oh,
to be
okay.
accessed by someone, and then to be accessed by other machines or other arcanic shifters. It does mention that there is a certain type of magic user that they deem uses, in quotes, wild magic that creates problems with the arcanic shifters.
Ooh.
Some of these capsules that were created were used in other devices. Some were used as bombs in the God War. There was also devices called arcanic siphons. These would house a certain essence of a creature to link them to the object. While linked, they could do various things, allow the user to open portals, create portable structures, etc. The examples of the essence of the creatures that they could house to link them with the object are memories. There's examples of a voice. There's examples of the ability to lie. And that is what you read from Methods of Madness.
Wait, can I ask for clarification?
Please, yeah.
So, the siphons would house an essence of a creature to link them to the object.
To the siphon, yeah. And then they would be able to
Of
access...
the creature that connected with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, my confusion is Oliver's linked to the item, not his mother.
Correct. You find nothing about an object that houses people.
Fuck.
Okay. Okay, she's panicking.
And I would say in this moment, you've
Oh,
always
no.
just assumed that the lead room that she was in was this device.
Uh-huh.
It could be a large lead room somewhere else.
Uh-huh. Okay. 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 Oh, he's gonna lose it. Okay, okay. Alright, we're gonna stay here and read for as long as we can. How many more hours? Oh, yoy.
Yeah. Is there anything else that I...
Oof.
Yeah. Okay, so that's where Aeliana first starts. Oliver, where do you first start?
I didn't write down the book that you said about bargaining curses that it was had.
Oh, yeah, so it was the book Curses and Consequences.
Yes.
It has an entry on bargaining curses. Basically, a rune can be placed on an object, and it acts as kind of an unlocking, like a lock, an arcane lock, that can only be unlocked by a bargain of some sort. And so the creator of the rune, the person who writes down the rune, needs to be in presence of the rune. And then the person who's making the bargain needs to be there. The person places their hand on the rune. The person who's created this rune, the person who's offering the bargain, out loud asks the person who's doing the curse to admit what they are willing to bargain. And the curse comes into effect, and then whatever the curse is locking or holding back is released to the person who accepted it.
Is there any examples of curses that have happened this way?
There's examples. There's not necessarily examples of specific curses, but there's like things that are related to it. For instance, like there's kind of a disclaimer with this, like, as with all curses, they are not usually what they seem. And people fall victim to bargaining curses because they sound like a good thing, or they think they know what they mean, but they don't really. So, for instance, there's examples of a husband or somebody's willing to bargain the thing in which they love most, and their spouse gets taken away. Or there's an example of someone saying, I want to bargain like my ability to sing, and their entire voice gets taken away, or
There we go.
you know, yeah, exactly. So it's like, so it's kind of like they're usually started by someone who has like, it's like a trick. It's yeah, if that makes sense.
So Oliver is maybe inferring that this is something that he got into with Damien, and whatever happened.
Oliver is in. Yeah, I would say that Oliver jumps to the thought of, did I make a bargain curse? And
Exactly.
I don't remember
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Rowina, what's the first thing that you read?
I think I would first go to the encyclopedia, the Abyssal Encyclopedia, and literally look up like the basic definitions, like see if Sect of the Abyss is in there, but even just search like the Abyss, or like just figure out like what the hell this is.
So actually, the Abyssal Encyclopedia, as you start to read it, first of all, there is no entry on the Sect of the Abyss, but it literally it's just entries of known things that are from the Abyss. So like you see like entries of like creatures, and like maybe even like the occasional like weird item that is said to be from the Abyss. To learn more about the Abyss from like looking at the books and kind of like reading the first little blurb, you would know to read that book by Reginald Lancaster, The Eluding Abyss and the Theory of Universal Relocation.
Okay, so yeah, I would start there then.
Okay, so this is a 2-hour read.
Okay.
So mark that you're going to spend 2 hours on this.
Yep.
But the reader learns that there is not much commonly known about the abyssal plane. And as it first starts talking about this, it puts plane in quotation marks. It's a mysterious place that so few have traveled to and returned. Reginald, the author, does speak that his father, so this would be Sam's grandfather, traveled to the abyss and told him of his time there. It is said to be a place where damned constructions of godly power roam. And through his research, Reginald has hypothesized that the abyss is where the Forgotten Ones still maintain their existence, which is something you've kind of put together and learned. Then in the second hour of the book, it talks about how the abyss contains creatures so powerful that they can occasionally create rifts through space-time, causing portals to open up to other planes or distant locations in their own plane, including Zalius. That is how certain abominations come into this world. It is Reginald's hypothesis that should a powerful enough entity from the abyss be brought forth into Zalios, that they could potentially open up a permanent rift, bringing in denizens of the abyss to Zalios. It is also spoken on. Reginald believes, according to what he's heard from his father, that there are other planes that exist. The Feywild being one of them, the Nine Hells being another. These are places that mirror the material plane. The elemental planes are also like this. They mirror the material plane. They are in different planes of existence. But he and his followers of universal relocation theory believe that the God's plane and the abyss are not two different planes, but different planets. And that the Paramount are on a different planet far away from here that they are ruling over. And that the abyss is on another planet far away from here. And that's what you learn in that book.
Okay. I would share that with everybody.
Yeah, I'm assuming this.
I assume we would all like take our 2-hour reads and then be like, all right, what did you learn?
Yeah,
That's
Emory,
cool.
what did you?
Reports.
Emory, what are you going to read first?
Immediately the healing of curses.
Yeah, so the healing of curses basically, this is going to be a bit simpler. It's not an hour read. You basically find, like, you skim through until you find, like, what you would think. It's not necessarily an entry, but it's the part of the book that would speak on what you're experiencing. And you find that there are curses. They often come from cursed items or very high magical users that literally siphon life force out of individuals. It's not just health, it's not blood, it's essence of a person. The way that Archpriest Balal talks about it is their soul. A piece of their soul goes missing. Oftentimes this is permanent, but it can be healed in one of two known ways. One, a greater restoration spell, which is a spell of high-level priests. And then the other way is by making a tea. This tea comes from a lily on the highest mountain in the Wandering Peaks. It's called, what was the name of it? I was hoping I would just remember. Sorry? Where was it?
You mean you don't remember the one little flower after all of the things that you've already
So you didn't do any prep for this session.
Come on.
After all the incredible. Oh my gosh.
Mount Vaymar. It's known as Mount Vaymar. It is a once active volcano that has been long dormant.
Likely story.
There is a lily
Yeah,
there.
dude.
There's a lily that can be found there. It is said to be, it is said to look like a glowing ember. The lily is. And if you make that tea with that lily and a stream that can be found in the mouth of Vaymar, which is a cave. And if you make a tea with that lily and that water from that stream, it has the effects of a greater restoration spell.
Whoa.
Oof.
Add it to the list.
So that's what you find.
As many in drying them as in the water.
How long did you say that would take for me to find?
That information?
Yeah.
An hour,
Oh, so-
probably.
Is that like 1 hour read?
Yeah, that's probably an hour read.
I would do the whole thing, but as soon as the whole lily part started happening and like the tallest mountain of the highest peak or blah blah blah, I would fall asleep because I'm a little hungover.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
Got some
so
eggs.
all of you come back after 2 hours of reading or 1 hour of reading and a nap. And
I find Emory sleeping and just drop a heavy book right by their head.
Oh!
What's
Damn.
up?
Ow. I was reading this book.
Yeah, really good. Yeah,
Yep,
that's
and
that.
I learned about a
Mhm.
mountain with a flower on it.
No way. What's to do with the flower?
It's gonna fix me
Oh.
if
Wow.
I
It's
find
The
it.
only thing that you can do is find
No,
flower?
no. I could find a mage who can do greater restoration spells.
If
Oh.
you give me like 6 months, I could probably get there, but like I could.
We're
Yeah,
in
it'll be a long
Savonia.
Yeah.
We can find it.
I'm sure
We could
find
talk to the
somebody.
church. We could talk to somebody.
Yeah,
at the
we were gonna
church.
go. Do you?
Yeah.
Can we go to the church?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have time.
Yeah, we can find somebody.
Even though it's
my
gone all
God.
the way down from the 3 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
What's next? Are we still?
I
are
mean,
we still going?
I would tell you guys everything that I learned about the abyss and all of that.
Cool.
Whoa.
Is there anything
Lot.
that anybody learned that they didn't share? That do we all just come together and like share what we
Yeah.
learned?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Aeliana?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I really understand what I read. Is all. Give me another pass. I have a few things I need to check on, just to make sure I get it. It's a lot of jargon.
I mean, it definitely sounds like we already knew that this sphere was a bargaining curse, but other than that, it maybe seems like a deal that I made with Damien. I don't know.
I might be onto something, but I'm not sure yet.
Yeah?
Maybe. I did get information though about the orbs.
Oh,
They were used as
the magic orb? The
they were
three
used as
magic orbs?
bombs, and that's not really good. So I feel kind of bad.
Oh my
about
god.
it. Yeah. But that wild magic users cause problems with them. They're called arcanic shifters. These things.
Cause
Taking
problems
abilities
with
from
the
someone.
orbs?
Yes. Taking abilities from someone and putting them into the capsule to be accessed. Now it said by other machines or other shifters. Is that by a magic user, or does it have to be used by a machine, not a person?
Either one.
Okay, a person or a machine can.
So
be
a
used
person,
by
a magic user adept enough could use it almost as like a really powerful bring a spell story.
So yeah, not I should have kept one in the. Sorry.
I mean, maybe we can get one if we know more information about it. We can convince them to give us one of them back to study.
Oh,
Like that. They
I don't
take
know.
It. We can try.
well, if we do them, if they ask us of any favors or if they offer payment, we could ask for it as
Yes.
as
Okay.
part of our payment.
If we ask, I mean, if they let us, we can just ask to test some stuff in a controlled environment. That's
Yeah.
not exactly like us wanting to take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we
I'd
try
try
to?
it.
Should we try to like neatly like compile all of our
A
research?
book report of sort?
Emory.
Yes, I mean the king asked for information. He asked for what we learned, right? So it feels like the most efficient way to do that is maybe Emory. Would you like to
I
take?
can't think of
all
anyone
of our
better for this
notes
than
and-
Does
Emory.
anybody know PowerPoint?
Yeah, what's that?
Who's that?
I can powerfully point at
Who is
things.
that?
Perfect.
Never heard of it.
You all
Powerful
hear,
wizard. PowerPoint.
You all hear some footsteps approach you.
That's my next
Oh.
comment.
Footsteps?
PowerPoint the wizard.
Yeah, you all hear some footsteps, and approaching you
Who
is an archivist in blue robes
In trouble
and
for
kind
yelling.
of white silver scales.
Quiet.
They are
Sorry.
tall and lanky.
Oh.
And
Oh.
he
Oh, Drake.
he steps up and he says, hello. You all
Aw.
have been here for quite some time, so I just thought I'd come and check on you. My name is Archivist Leo Drake. So if you need anything, please let me know.
Drake.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Drake.
Related
To
Erasmus?
Arameus Drake. Yeah, Arameus Drake. The hand of the king is my father. Yes.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Oh.
We met him yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Do you get along with your father?
Yeah, he's pretty busy, but he's a good guy.
Okay.
Thank
Do
you.
you
Insight check.
like
Roll
working
an insight
here?
check. Oh, I love working at the library. Yes, knowledge is power.
He gets
It's
along
true.
with them, it's fine.
What'd you say?
I said he gets along with them, he's fine.
Yeah. Anything at all?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Some water?
Do you know of any good places to eat around here?
Oh, well, have you ever been to the Golden Lion Inn? Really
Yes.
fancy, lots of good food there. But if you're looking for something, I don't know, I always like to eat at a Taste of Lindor. That's fun. Cuisine from the Kingdom of Lindor. There's also other places I could tell you if you wanted. What are you looking for?
Just a place.
What's the closest place?
Yeah.
Oh, the closest place. Well, there's not a lot of food really in this district. There's the SEMA cafeteria. It's usually where
No.
I eat my lunch.
No.
Or I ate my lunch.
It's fine when you're 18 and your body can handle whatever. When you get
Yeah.
older,
Pizza puffs.
no.
It
Yeah. Oh
hurts.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted a
more than
Bosco
you get.
stick.
Bosco's.
They're putting
Lots of fried sandwiches.
They're putting in a
Yeah.
Quiznos soon. So.
They finally got rid of that PF Chang's.
So
Quiz
good.
R&Rs.
10 years ago, that would have sounded so good. But now.
I would need a lot of antacid if I ate quiz.
I can definitely have one of the other archivists bring you some water for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Do you, could we get some hot water? But I have tea.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, I can get you.
Looks
Thank
like
you.
me thirsty.
You could. It's so funny. I'm surprised you didn't just say kettle. Okay.
Oh yes, a
Um,
kettle. Yes.
yeah.
All right, man.
Oh no.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very
And
much.
he kind of awkwardly walks
I had
away.
to put him out of his misery there. God, the conversation's
Wow.
never gonna end.
I love him.
Boring.
That was adorable. Okay.
So, next up is.
I mean, we all shared. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty much shared what we learned.
Yeah.
Do we?
Almost.
What time is it at this point?
I just need 1 more hour. Just 2 more, maybe.
That's. I think we have time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you
got
have
plenty
as
of
much
books
time
to
as you
read
want.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, if
I have
It'll
to
take
say-
us. Just don't forget, it's gonna take us. It took us like an hour to get here. So if we're gonna walk, we need to factor in that it's also going to take us
Or stay
a
someplace
while
else.
to walk.
Well, yeah, but you're also going to Danny's. To get from here to the Genasti neighborhood, you're talking almost 2-hour walk.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the thing. That's the thing.
Okay, just give me 2 more hours today. We can come back.
Yes.
I'll come back
Well-
tomorrow.
What time is it?
You guys got there probably around 10 or 11, so it's probably like 1-ish.
Yeah, we
got
plenty of time.
Hmm.
Yes. Wait. 2 more hours here, and then we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go do other things.
Cool.
Yes.
Right. Danny, what's your next read?
I honestly don't really have.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I would maybe.
Can I hand him the book on the Wandering Peaks then and say, can you please? I have something I really need to.
Okay.
Do you mind reading this one?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Mighty Conquer.
She was back up the 3rd floor.
Okay, so Danny, you read the book about the Wandering Peaks. You find a lot of boring information, but you do find some interesting stuff about Mount Vaymore, the tallest mountain in the Wandering Peaks. It was a volcano that erupted during the God War and has been dormant ever since. So for almost 1,200 years. There is a cave system that you can access through the mouth of Vaymar that supposedly connects all of the Wandering Peaks. There is also a place to get to the Kavaxian Empire through this cave. You would also know that there are rumored to be civilizations that live throughout these tunnels. Civilizations of dwarves with dark charcoal skin, civilizations of drow that have stayed underground, and civilizations of creatures that are rumored to be from the abyss. And there's not much on them, but there is an entry of their name. They are called Mind Flayers.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
Oh. No.
I know what a mind flayer is?
Yeah, I would say you would know what a
Going
Mind
in
Flayer is.
there.
Ooh.
You've at least you've never been with like in a battle with one, but just by hearing adventures and you would have heard of them.
I saw a decapitated head once.
Yeah.
Bruh. Cool.
Yikes.
Oh, also, Mount Vaynor is said to be where any remaining remnants of the ancient fire primordials are, which are usually known as elemental gems.
Cool.
Yeah.
This mobile forge is gonna turn into something fucking huge. Some huge deal.
It's better after all this
It's
time.
gonna be the mountain.
Yeah.
I need to get a job.
All right, Emory, are you reading something next, or are you just
Never.
doing something else?
I would probably just work on going to each person who's studying and like
asking
getting their
them what they've
notes and
learned.
compiling. Zach, will you send me?
Yeah, I'll send you. I'll send you a lot of this stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And I'll keep it. I'll keep track of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing.
I need. To, I won't send you what I have right now, just because there's some stuff that you haven't asked for.
Yeah,
But
but like at the end,
I'll edit it and
we
send
can
it over
tech
to you.
team. Yeah. Thank
Sometime
you.
between now and next session, I'll send this to you.
Thank you.
Of course. Rowina, what's the next thing that you read?
Of the two Aluna books that I got, I mean, I've done a lot of research, so does one of them seem like just pretty basic cursory information?
Yeah, Aluna the Cursed seems like basic cursory information, stuff that you probably already would know.
Classic for the wizard being killed.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna. How long would the other one take me to read?
It's a 2-hour read.
I mean, I have 2 hours, so I'll take 2 hours.
Okay. So the first hour basically talks briefly about Aluna. She was a woman that was. It was during the time before the God War when the Lythi were corporeal. Just as a reminder for anyone who would have known, the God War was a time where the Lythi, the known gods of the world, became corporeal and joined humanity on the material plane, and it caused people to be really powerful, but also like huge, crazy wars to happen. But anyway, she was a woman in this time. She had an affair with Shademar, who was at the time with their sibling. This is the way gods work, but they were with their sibling Garn, the god of shadow and undeath. And Garn cursed Aluna, turning her into a demonic creature with green skin. And it is said that descendants of Aluna are often tieflings with green skin, and that if there is a tiefling with green skin, you know for a fact that they will be a magic user, and that they are a descendant of Aluna. Other tieflings have magic through various other means, but if you see a green tiefling, you know them to be a blood of Aluna and a magic user. Stuff that you kind of already knew.
Yeah.
In the a little bit of that might have been new, but in the second hour, you read about descendants of Aluna, people who have lived through time, and you learn about a messenger, a man named Damien, who, and you read about him as if he existed in the like 500s. He was a messenger called Damien. He was a blood of Aluna, and he roamed the world for various means, often selling wares or being a bard and telling stories, but he became curious as to what his past was. And it is said that Damien got close to being able to contact Garn. but that knowledge was not meant for humanity. And so Mentar cursed Damien for seeking knowledge beyond his powers. And that curse was basically worded in a way that said, you want to seek knowledge that is not meant for your mind, so you will spend the rest of eternity seeking something you cannot find. And it is said that he has roamed the lands of Zalios ever since. And that he always has a feeling at the pit of his stomach that is never satisfied, and something that he can never fulfill. And you learn about a couple of others, but obviously that's the one that sticks out to you.
Oof.
I would definitely share that information with Oliver, like, immediately, like, before we all came back together.
Does that sound like the feeling that I have?
It sounds pretty
Sick, man.
Yeah.
Fucking sick, dude. Great. All right. Oh, all right.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Well, shit.
We've talked to Emory. Aeliana, what's the next thing that you read?
Okay, if I look for an entry in the encyclopedia, will that be a brief check and
For
then I can
what?
read another full book?
Which encyclopedia?
For
Sorry?
the Ancient Arcana era encyclopedia, looking for arcanic siphons.
Yes. So you don't find anything about arcanic siphons. You don't find anything more about arcanic siphons specifically. You get the sense, looking through what you look through, that like the brief amount that Reginald talked about this is probably all that is in this library. And so the best way to get more information would be to talk to Reginald if he is alive.
Well, he's not. He's probably not. If he is alive, though, his son, I don't know where he is, maybe. Okay. Would that take the time to figure that out?
No.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
It's just it's like such a little known thing, you know, that it's just like there's not much on it.
She'll read the other Arcana book.
The Dangers of the Arcanum?
Dangers of the Arcanum, yeah.
This is only a 1 hour read.
Great. So she'll do 1 hour of reading and 1 hour of panicking about how she's going to tell Oliver.
Okay. But you learn about how, the Ancient Arcana era, how the time before the God War was a time of tumultuous prosperity. There were powerful users of the arcane, some that could travel to different planes and far off places in the blink of an eye, some that could bring fire from the heavens, some that could raise those long thought dead. But they were incredibly powerful and dangerous. And that is kind of what led to the God War. You also find that whatever devices or remnants of the ancient arcanic era that have been found today, they're described in this book as history defining. They are described in this book as when the Lythi brought fire to the humanoids of Zalios. Like, the ancient arcanic items are so complex and so, even though they're ancient, they're so far more advanced than what we understand today that sometimes they can just seem like a hunk of metal. But that if unlocked, whatever their potential may be, could range from turning someone to being a pretty powerful person to altering reality.
No! Oh my god.
Oh boy.
She finishes this one and she just lays it on her head. It's like, laying there like, son of
Oliver
a
is
bitch.
definitely reading up on the third floor with you, by the way.
Oh no!
100%.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, she's like sitting in her spot. She just like
Just like-
puts a book on her face. Oh.
Oliver, what do you read?
I
Anything
mean,
in particular?
I mean, is there anything specifically about truth curses? I know you mentioned something to Danny.
Truth curses?
Yeah, like, didn't you say something about truth curses to Danny?
That wasn't to me. I think that
Did I
was.
say something about
somebody else?
truth curses?
No? Did I mishear something?
I don't think so.
Well, then I will look up truth curses.
I don't think
Well,
I
then
know
I
of any
will-
truth.
There was something about curses in general, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and I
just-
mentioned, and then I gave that to Danny, but I don't know anything about a truth curse.
Okay. There's nothing about that? Nothing comes
Well,
up?
I have the. I think I have the detail
Okay.
about that.
Zach
Well,
doesn't have
then
any details.
Well,
The
then...
lies. It could take.
Oliver will do light reading about royal
Okay.
habits and societal norms
Okay.
Oh my
after what Rowina told him.
Do you spend
Little
any
golden
other
book.
time like looking at any of the other books that people got that like I don't know like any other books on any topics that like people didn't get to, like the Chromatic Council or
Yeah, if there's anything about I would say I'm more interested in the Forgotten Ones specifically, other than the Chromatic Council.
Okay, the Forgotten Ones. You can either read The Mysteries of Creation by Reginald Lancaster, or The Principles of the Paramount by Ingrid Stratus.
I'll do Lancaster because we're probably going to talk
Okay.
to.
This is a 2-hour read.
Directly. Perfect.
So, you learn that the reader learns that many creations of the Paramount and the Lythe have changed over time. Some have disappeared completely, and this section talks specifically on creations called the Forgotten Ones. The Forgotten Ones are creations that the Paramount crafted after the Lythe. So this is like not very well known about. People think that the Paramount created the Lythe and then that was it. But these are creations after the Lythe. They were deemed too monstrous and too powerful and had to leave Zalios. You learn that there are some creatures still in Zalios that are considered to be descendants of Forgotten Ones. These are some of the most powerful creatures that are roaming the planet. Giant underground worms, ogres, giants, and even dragons. And at the very end of the book where it mentions dragons, there's like literally just a sentence where it says, therefore, the Chromatic Council could be made from creatures of the abyss.
Oliver will. Oh my God! And,
What?
Yeah, it'll shit. Chromatic Council, dragons probably linked.
Shit.
Yes, shit
What?
indeed.
If you say that out loud, especially since Emory's roaming, Emory, it clicks. You remember
Absolutely.
now. You remember the book that you read.
Oh shit.
The Chromatic Council was a council of dragons. A red dragon, a black dragon, a blue dragon, and a green dragon. These were 4 dragons that were said to be different from the rest. They had monstrous qualities about them. They seemed almost alien, one would describe them as. These dragons, once they appeared in Zalios, started to rule wherever they were. And you remember the good guy always recognized the people who were being ruled and governed by the Chromatic Council by the pins that they would wear on their lapels.
Okay.
Very nice.
I was gonna say.
And you remember a couple of people
Yeah.
that wore pins recently that you saw.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Emory, they were the first people that looked similar to you in a long time.
Oh no. Oh my god. That whole country is ruled by a dragon.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
No!
So thank you so much
No!
for joining us.
What?
I really appreciate it.
We have 20 minutes.
Time. We have so much more time.
So thank you for joining us.
Oh my God.
Our party will be able to dissect this information next time. I really appreciate you for watching. Thank you so much. Dungeons of Bees stopped by in the chat, then left, then came back. So good to see you.
Dungeons of Beans.
Yeah. So that's the end of tonight's session.
Oh my
Thanks for
God.
watching. Thank you to my players, the best players the GM can ask for. I say it every time, but I mean it every time. And as always, everybody say bye.
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 Bye.